Live! Ah! Yay! Welcome in. We've already been having fun here behind the scenes, so now you get to participate in the festivities. Tonight's a holy shit, don't you think? There's so much. There's a few things in particular where you gotta have hot fingers. Yes, Dave Misek, we are live. We are happy about it. So I'm gonna say one thing that I don't normally say because I think it will be helpful. Okay, as a teacher, I always look for where my students have a challenge and how can I help make it easier. So if you're new, welcome in. If you're not new, thank you for being here and old and experienced. This is the Sage Goddess Live Gym Show. We're here every other Tuesday, except today's not Tuesday. And why are we here now? Because the new moon was Tuesday, so that bumped us back. But normally we're every other Tuesday from 3 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Subscribe to YouTube channel, you won't miss a thing. I feel really cute today, to be honest. And everybody says it's the dress. I don't know what it is, but I don't think I'm that tan, but I look like I just came back from vacation. Happiness looks good on me. Maybe. So anyway, thank you for your kind words and compliments. I'm sitting next to the also gorgeous Robin, who is my companion for this journey, and I'm always so happy to be here with you.
I'm always happy when you're here with me, too.
I love these times with you.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I always learn something from you that I didn't know. I do. I learn from her every time. Here's the thing that I want to tell you that I haven't really been explicit about before. Everything in these shows is super specially curated, you know that. If you are watching us talk about something and we haven't told you the price yet and Team SG has not put the price up yet, what you want to do is cut and paste, okay? As soon as they post the thing, you want to cut and paste that, so the item and the price, and then drop it into your comment, type sold, and hit enter. That's the fastest way to participate. So if you know how to cut and paste, what's going to happen is we're going to show you beautiful things tonight. Some of them we have 1 of, some of them we have 5 of, some of them we have 10 of. At the most, we have like 4 dozen. So it's not much of anything. But you want to be quick on the draw because some of these things, and you'll be like, how did that happen so fast? If you're listening to her and me talk, and you know you kind of want something, keep an eye on the feed. As soon as the gold box puts the thing in the price, you want to scoop that up with a cut and paste, drop it into a comment, and then get ready to say sold.
Yeah.
That will prepare you. I'm not wearing a shawl today because it's already starting to be summer. So the season of shawls is over. Maybe that's why I have a tan. But anyway, yeah, not for today. It's hot. And also we're both, I'll speak for myself, I'm hormonal and it gets really hot in this room. So we tend to shake and bake when we're in this room together. Okay, the other rules.
He's not my friend.
No, but Robin and I are on that team together. And I'm really lucky. I work with really smart, fun people who also don't want to be hot. You know, like there are people who enjoy being overheated. I just am not here for that experience. So, okay, so a couple other things we want to show you and tell you. And again, if you're new, please say you're new so we can welcome you. And then, like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're normally every other Tuesday from 3 to 6:30 p.m. We are here with gemstones, jewelry, carvings, all kinds of amazing things. Also Bath and Body products and ritual sets. You will be able to buy everything that you see. Please make careful choices. Only comment sold if you're super, super serious because it's kind of hard to wind that back. It makes things complicated for Team SG. So, and by the way, thank you Team SG for being here as always. So only buy what you're serious about. Only bid once. We see you. Don't worry. Put your chat to live chat, not top chat.
Yep.
We have tons of payment plans. That's how you can buy things and not pay for them right now, which we love. Affirm, Afterpay, whatever else is on the menu. Everything ships for free in the U.S. It's $5 per item outside the U.S., which is pretty cool. And that's how it's always been, which I think is awesome because that's not what shipping costs anymore. I don't know if you knew that, but that's like shipping rates from 1800
right?
And we're still offering those to you. Like we ship like a 500-pound stone to you for $5 to New Zealand. Like I just hope you know that that's not easy for us to do. We just love keeping the rules the same. Be nice to each other. Also, if you're not shopping, super cool. You can come here with a notebook and learn. I'm a teacher first. She's a teacher first. So you can come and hang out and not feel obligated to buy anything, which I think is really cool. And we're going to try to be funny and interesting for you this evening. I think we usually succeed in that mission, and we are joined by Luis and Jared behind the scenes who are making the magic happen.
Hello.
Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I think that's it. You did a really good job on that one.
Thank you. And I will say, you did a really good job on that one.
Which one?
Well, both your nails and the stone. I know. Well, your nails are always on point. Did you see that I copied you?
I know. I love it.
No, I absolutely copied you.
I love it.
Her nails last time were so fucking beautiful, and I was like, so then I went to my nail lady, and I'm like, could you do this? I tried to copy my friend Robin. His nails were so fucking pretty, and I think she did a good job.
She did a really good job. I cat's eyed this time.
I know. Well, now you're fucking it up because now I'm gonna have to go do a cat's eye. I can't keep up with Robin's nails. But wait until you see. So, by the way, it's so good to see you. You're wearing your magician pendant, Susie. Oh, I love that.
That's awesome.
Yes. You know, I never take mine off, darling. Okay, wait till you see this. It's beautiful in that shot. It's 1,000 times more beautiful in person. This is a combination of stones that I've never even seen before. And of course, her nails are like the perfect nails to show it to you. No, it's really true. So, this is, can you guess the combination? You know what let's do for this giveaway? If anybody guesses it, let's give it to them first.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like
Right?
a trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to guess it. I love you, but you're not going to guess this one. If you guess what 2 minerals are in this heart, you'll win it right away. And if you don't guess it, I love you, Renee. What the truck? I have to start saying that because it's better than the alternative. I'll give you some hints, okay? The blue is morite. I'm not
You just gave one away.
No, I know, but the other one's the hard one. The blue is morite, and then I'll tell you the metaphysical properties, okay? Patience, clearing, intense clearing, especially with the root chakra. Keep an eye on that feed. Bronzite's a good guess, but that's not it. We've had this stone, brown stone, on its own before, but very little because it's kind of rare. And it's one of the most important stones for healing the Earth Star chakra and the root chakra. I see a correct guess. Did anybody else guess it?
I don't think anyone did.
Okay, I think Stephanie Sturzik, I think you're the first one, girl.
Yay!
To guess flogapite.
Woohoo!
Floga flippin' pite.
Yes.
Congratulations. Holy shit.
Nice job.
I think, listen, I never dive into the feed and announce anything because I'm always wrong, but I'm pretty sure that she was the first one to say flogapite. Girl, this is honestly, when you get it, you're going to freak out because the blue is bright blue.
It's
Like,
so beautiful.
It looks almost like sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hold this and go, I cannot believe I won that. And in all my days, years, decades looking at stones, I've never seen anything like this before. So congratulations.
Yay!
Stephanie. Honestly, I don't know that I would have guessed it. Maybe with the metaphysical properties, I would have like put 2 and 2 together, but it's not likely. If you know. So anyway, that was a really obscure. I know. Teresa was like, "That's obscure AF." You are absolutely right. It's almost unfair, but she did it. So congratulations. We have another giveaway coming, and it's amazing too.
I love this piece so much.
Okay, so it's going to a great home. We're super stoked.
You know me, I get so drawn in by a stone, I'll just stand, like, what?
Well, and then she and I are just
That's my ADD.
codependent because we, you know, now she's focusing on something and I'm focusing on something. We both have ADHD, so it's like, that's why this show is not like the other shows. I'm so stoked for you, Stephanie. Stephanie, like you, who would have guessed? I really didn't think anybody would. So
Nope.
I'm really proud of you. As your gemstone godmother, I'm super proud of you today.
Yeah, flogapite is really hard to cut that size. So...
And you almost never see it with morite like that. Like, that's fucking insane. Can we get more of that? Because I would love a generator in that and a sphere
I
in that
don't know. I'll have to ask Rosalie.
Team SG. Okay, so congratulations. Now, there's a story about these that I want to tell, and then please jump in or chime in if there's stuff you want to share. But what I want to tell you is we don't have very many of these. It's like I have 29 of the small, 9 of the medium, 4 of the large. 5 Tucsons ago? Maybe 6 Tucsons ago? Could be 7. Don't worry about the number. Was when I met Louis. Creek, my friend, from Glastonbury. And at the time, at the Tucson show, he doesn't do this anymore. If anybody who knows Louis, or if Louis is here, please do this again. He used to do sound healing in his booth where he had crystals. And so I went in, and he and Momo did a sound bath on me, and it was life-changing. And they gave these, one of each of these, like for both of my hands, to hold while I was doing the sound healing ceremony. These are Chrysoprase, little bars, but they're the perfect size to hold in your hand. Mm-hmm. And so afterward, I could feel it coursing through my heart chakra, because what it really did is I was holding one in each hand, like this, and like this during the sound healing, and I could feel a pyramid being made with my heart chakra. Do you see? Because your two hands in your heart. I could feel this energy like coursing through it, and it would go like one direction, and then they would change the notes, and it would course another direction. So when I was done, I was like, wait a minute, where did these come from? Do you have them for sale? And he was like, no. And so he shared with me where to go and get them. And so we've had them like twice, I think, or 3 times, maybe.
Yeah, it's not very often.
So Chrysoprase heals the physical heart and the emotional heart. Okay.
Should we tell them the price really quick before we go deeper?
Yes. I'm going to get better about that. You know me and my mouth. The smaller 44. The small, by the way, is...
the small is 24.
I'm sorry. The small is 24. The medium is 44. And the large is 54.
Yes.
Give them to her so you can see them. So heart healer, physical heart, emotional healer, all of your emotions and love. Welcome in, by the way. Tell your friends we're live. This is Chrysoprase. I have 29 of these small, 1.5 to 2 inches. I have 9 of the medium, 3 to 3.5, and I have 4 of the large, which is 3.5
to 4.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4.
And it's really cool because what makes these green is nickel. And nickel is not an element that you really get to see a whole lot in stones. Mm-hmm. It's not very common. But that's what gives these green stones a different shade of green. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when you have those other greens, that's why it's darker, richer. But these have that vibrancy.
And that minty color, too, is always your nickel.
Yeah, that's the nickel. And so that's a key thing to look for when in these stones.
Thank you. And, you know, nickel, like, people underestimate nickel. I think it's honestly because we think of nickels and that they're not high in value. But nickel as a metal is responsible for kindness. There's a softness. It's a heart chakra metal. It's one of the only metals associated with the heart chakra.
Yeah.
So there's no accidents here, right? Like that the ultimate heart chakra stone. When my friend was having a heart attack a few years ago and his wife called me to come to the hospital, friend from high school, this is the stone I brought. Like, it was immediately like, okay, chrysoprase and chlorite. I didn't even like think twice about it. Rhodochrosite, if you have it. Like, those are the kind of the holy trinity of cardiac healing and crystals. So anyway, I know it's super Jolly Rancher color. It's super bright and beautiful. What I love is these are hand polished. So these are not tumbled. Each one of these little bars was polished by hand.
And that's what gives it that different type of shape. So it's like they took a natural piece that was there and they wanted to keep the most of the stone possible. Right. So they hand polish it because you can really take your time to get the most out of it, or else it's going to turn into these little teeny things.
Yeah, if you try to form it into like a little bullet shape or a little tumbled stone, you know what I mean, which is okay, but just my experience of holding it in meditation during that sound bath was really intense. So, congratulations. You know, chrysoprase, if you're going through any kind of heartbreak, it's not going to fix it, but it helps. And then, you know, for cardiac issues of any kind, if that's your challenge, I do recommend these for you. Yes, the prices one more time were $24 for the small, $44 for the medium, $54 for the large. Fire magic.
Yeah.
And I love how you spell fire. As a fire girl, fire goddess. A room in that green would be fab. It would. It'd be like so we did that at the old building before it ended up being changed and becoming an office. But in our first Sage Goddess space in LA, we had a healing room that was that minty green color. And it was amazing when it went in there. It was like, do you remember it? Because you were there then. Like,
yeah.
I know you
when
were
it was
there.
all the crystals.
Yeah. Like you could feel the energy in there. It was a little bit different.
You could.
I used to call it the triage room. Like, this is where you should come first if you're, like, totally screwed up. And
I just loved how all the offices and all the rooms had different colors. And I mean, to keep with me, my first office, the rooms were black. All the walls were black.
Well, but I love black rooms. We had a black room actually at SG. We had a black bathroom at SG that I thought was really beautiful. I experimented and did a room in every color.
I always say I want
Daring.
to paint all my walls black, and then my husband says no.
You know what, though? Painting your rooms black makes them bigger. It makes the space bigger. It's odd. You would think it would close it in, but it really doesn't. Anyway.
Alrighty.
All right, so, Chrysoprase. Next up for you. Yeah. These are so cool. So this is golden sheen obsidian from Mexico, both in the generator in the point and in the cabochon on the front with golden clay, these coils wrapped around it, which reminds me, this is what they used to do in ancient Greece and Rome and Mesopotamia even, was they would form metal or form clay or form copper, whatever it was, into these little coils, because that's always been a symbol of growth and fertility.
Yeah. It's because it's like the vine. So it's like, so as like vines grow up, they make these coils and they reach out to grab onto something else. Then once they grab a hold, they wind around it and they can pull the whole plant up. So I love that too, because it really is, it's like, it's your tendril of strength. And then once you get it, it's yours.
And you can yank the shit out of it and pull it down with you. If you're going down, it goes down with you. No, but in all seriousness, this was like, even back in there are shapes like this in hieroglyphics too. So this is the infinite symbol of life is that infinity loop, or that nautilus shape, or however you choose to call it. We also know that that's a sacred geometric form for manifestation. So golden sheen obsidian, I will tell you, we have about 50 of these. They're $38 a piece. Originally they were $54. Golden sheen obsidian is about integrating your shadow.
Yes.
So all the parts of you that you don't like, or other people don't like, or you've been judged for, or cast out for, or, whatever it is. The important part of your life, your spiritual path, is to integrate all that stuff, because you have to accept it. Other people don't have to accept it, but you have to accept that those aspects of yourself are part of who you are. And that's a lot of what I teach. So this is about integrating your shadow, everything about you that's been rejected by everybody else. You need to make a place in your heart to love it. Okay, so like I said, $38. It's a crazy price. So there's a couple things to know. Golden sheen obsidian and silver sheen obsidian, the difference comes from the gas in the mine. So when you go into an obsidian mine in Mexico, there's different levels of gases in the different parts of the mine that account for the color and the light play and everything that you're seeing here. The golden sheen, in particular, by the Aztecs, was prized. Basic black for the Aztecs and golden sheen. They associated it with the sun. The sun was always considered to be the most powerful force in the universe, more powerful than the moon, which I have a problem with, because the moon is feminine and the sun is masculine. So we're not saying the masculine's more powerful, but in the Aztec culture, the sun was considered more powerful. The deities associated with the sun were considered more powerful than the deities associated with the moon. And so when you wanted to really clear energy, the Aztecs would go golden sheen. If you had something basic to clear, they would use the basic black obsidian. But if you had really big stuff to clear, they would go to golden sheen.
Well, yeah, because it's like, I think, to me, whenever you add something to a stone, like the basic black is amazing and I love it.
Yeah, me too.
But when you have that sheen to it, it's like those gases now have really added another layer to it. And so when you have the basic black plus those gases, it changes it just enough where you can feel it just when you're holding it. And what's really cool is sometimes in some obsidians, it might have a gas of a golden, but if it cools in a specific way where it elongates that gas bubble, it will turn it to golden silver, where depending on how you hold it, it'll change color.
That's why I love her. Yeah, I know. Heather's like, yes, Robin.
I know, I geek out.
We're here for it. No, honestly, that's what I'm telling you. Like, part of what I appreciate people who are so wise in their craft and teach me things. And one of the things about gemstones is, no matter how long you work with them, there's always going to be something you don't know that somebody else does.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, that collective wisdom is magic, so...
Well, yeah, because it's like you can study one stone your whole life and still not know everything about it.
It's true.
Because the earth will show you something new about it that no one's seen before.
Or there'll be like I just got introduced to this sapphire person who mines sapphires in the U.S. Okay, I don't have any of them, but they're beautiful, and like his sapphires, I have to say, are more beautiful than any of the Sri Lankan sapphires.
Really?
Yes. I've never seen sapphires like these before, and they come from the U.S. So, like, even me, I'm like, this is my favorite stone. I told them, I'm like, this is my favorite stone. I had no idea that you were mining these. I think he's in Montana. So it's like I'm still learning about sources of my own favorite stones and the type of colors that these sapphires grow in and the type of blue, which is super cornflower.
Yeah.
You know, like everything is really dark right now that's coming out. So anyway, obsidian is the most important stone for clearing other than shungite, in my opinion. So if you don't have one, this is here for you, and the best price that we'll ever have on it, so enjoy. Oh, hey, Bottoms.
You're doing great. There we go.
Hi.
That's the shot.
Hold on, guys. He's gonna lick my armpit probably. Hi, buddy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Boats.
What?
He licks my arm. Oh, he does. He used to lick my armpits. I don't know if he does anymore. Bodie.
Hi, Bodie. He had me turn it upside down.
Paxton does it too with my armpits. Is that weird? No, and it's like they'll get in there and then literally like they'll go into a trance. Is it weird? Okay. And so then if I have company, I'm like, this is getting weird. Paxton, you know, and it's just like, and then he'll like kind of like pull out of there and look all embarrassed. Does anybody do this to you? Dogs. I don't want to hear about adults doing this to you, but literally I'm just like, don't mind him. He's just busy. Little Bodie. I miss Bodie. Okay. Cheers. Anyway, congratulations on your obsidian. I don't know how we went from golden sheen obsidian to armpit fetishes, but that we did.
Okay. Now, does she see you?
Not your mama's gem sale. That'll probably be the last time Bodie's allowed to come in here for a gem show. Now that I told you but my dress is wet.
Perfect time, so right in time for the Litha set.
It's all together.
Okay, let's talk about summer solstice.
Things to see.
It's not gross. It's sweet. But I don't get grossed out easily. So okay. Maybe it's salty. I don't know what to say. Let's talk about summer solstice. Lord in heaven, have mercy on us. Okay.
Let's talk about Litha.
I changed the camera.
I know. I was like, I wasn't done.
I was like, bye. I'm going off camera for a minute. Oh, hold on. I have to look at something real quick. Get at it, Robin. You made this.
So, fire. I like fire.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if I can make her laugh so hard she can't drink her drink.
No, I'll spit it out right in your face. Okay.
So you know how I love making sets. I love putting things together. And whenever I do this, I really do feel like somebody else is telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And I just do whatever it is that is flowing through me. I was talking to Hanalei and it's like, she agrees. It's like your ancestors are coming through you to create something.
I agree. That's true.
And you know it's right when it's right. So I created this set and it's like, I was like, okay, this is very much fire based. It's very much, it goes to the time we just passed Beltane. We're going into Litha. So it's all about that flame energy. So we started out with this beautiful carnelian sphere. Oh, just so you know, we don't have a whole lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 24.
Yeah, there's like 24. If you got everything separately, I think I remembered it was supposed to be like $179 or something.
Yeah.
And it's $99 today. Just so you guys know. Now let me go through what I had to do.
And let me just say, the carnelian spheres in this set, because carnelian is my stone, it's top 5 for me. I'm a Leo, double fire sign, Sag moon. She's a Leo, double fire sign. Yeah. So both of us are like carnelian all day long. They never have these juicy pockets and things like this. This is like not your typical carnelian, and the stand that it's on is amazing. Plus you get the wand. So anyway, and the perfume's insane. It's got heliotrope in it, which is the essential oil associated with it. the god of the sun in Greek mythology, Helios. Okay, now I'm going to shut up. You should get the set for summer solstice. Okay.
Yeah, so when I saw these carnelian spheres, I was just like, I think I carried this exact sphere around with me for like 4 days as I was setting this up.
It's incredible.
Just because I was just like, I was so drawn to it. And you can really see, I love that you can have the translucency because of the calcine that it's made, like based off of. The color comes from iron. And look, it looks like all crackly back here. But that's just the natural formation of that stone.
That's where it looks like fire.
Uh-huh.
Morgana, you and I, what's your rising? Because I'm a Libra rising. Are we the same exact profile? She's got my same sun and moon. It's very rare to find a Leo sun with a Sag moon. Okay, keep going.
And then these juicy pockets are just, oh. So,
You can stick your finger in it. Okay, so you get your carnelian sphere, your red aventurine sphere stand, which is like thank you, Rob. I'm always the one that has to do that, and it just gets a little weird. The fire priestess wand, by the way, is so you're getting your sphere, which is going to radiate fire energy in all directions. That should be in your bedroom. That's a great bedroom sphere. Your flame of desire perfume, which has your heliotrope for the sun, right? We talked about that already. Orris, which is your root of the iris plant for divine feminine energy. Heliotrope, super masculine. So is bergamot, which is for prosperity and success. Lavender for peace, and then pink peppercorn to kind of spice it up. And then the wand. So yeah, I don't know how many of these are left, but it's an incredible value because it's almost like half the cost.
Yeah.
And honestly, there are places you would go for $99 just to get that sphere and that stand because the quality and the size of that carnelian is unseen.
And these wands were custom made for us.
Yes, that's right.
And
they're double terminated technically because they have the quartz point on the one end and then they have the sunstone wand on the other end, which has quartz.
Do you remember who developed this wand?
I don't remember. Was it you? Yeah.
I'm the one that drew up the design, and it represents flames going up here in the wire.
I love that,
Up until the triangle on top, which is the fire symbol.
Yep.
So that's where that came from. And then I wanted a quartz point coming out the top because I wanted to have the energy of everything coming up and through that fire symbol to go out the one side. There's carnelian here in the band as the cabochon, and then going into the sunstone, which is just, I mean, you need sunstone if you're going to be a fire priestess.
You do, because it's leadership. So it's the only stone in the entire mineral world that is exclusively for leadership. And that can be leadership of yourself and leadership of others. So like I'm a leader in multiple contexts. I run a company, I'm a parent, I have, different places in my personal life where I'm a leader. So I'm constantly thinking about leadership, and my PhD's in leadership. So that's my academic training. Leadership is really important. And always people think about like, do I have a formal position to have leadership? But you're leading people by your examples, whether that's friends of your kids or people in your community or whatever it is for you. Someone is watching what you do and say and how you move in the world and modeling themselves out, being inspired by you and then following that example. So leadership is a passion of mine. Obviously, I spent 30 years of my life studying it to be able to teach it. But I also really feel it's something I'm passionate about in my personal life because it means you're stepping forward and you're taking the lead. Leaders, I posted this in social media. Leaders, it doesn't mean you have followers. It means you go first. I love being a leader. Like Sage Goddess is a leader in our industry. We were the first people to do a lot of the things that we do. And that's cool. That's going first, taking a risk, being the first to do what you do the way you do it, and being original and authentic, and all of that is part of leadership. So and a lot of you are leaders in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you are leaders. And again, it could be parental, it could be a leader in your relationship, it could be a leader in your community, but this is the stone you need to celebrate that.
Yeah.
Hi, Morgan. It is nice to see you. Yay. Christine's here, Lena's here, like all that. We've got a good group tonight. So happy to see you. Renee says, Oris, what was that? What does Oris do for you? My ego goes to sleep at Oris activation. That's kind of sexy. It takes a back seat because Oris doesn't want your ego. Oris wants your creativity and your sensuality and it's very feminine.
That's cool.
I like it. All right, congrats everybody.
Congrats, guys.
If you have sacral chakra issues, I don't, but if you do, which is around creativity, passion, desire, sex, sensuality, those are all stones that are going to support you in moving through those blockages. I have solar plexus issues, not sacral issues. So. And my stone, Wolfenite, is coming up in the show tonight. That is my favorite solar plexus. Hit it and forget it, or hit it and don't forget it stone. Okay. Go ahead.
So this is a pink lithium quartz cluster. Oh. And I know...
I couldn't believe these, Robin.
I know. And look at how many double terms are on there as part of that cluster.
It's the darkest lithium I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. So much manganese in this. Like, please take it away. But I'll just tell you guys, like, we have 11 of these at 5 to 6 inches at $199. That's a wholesale price for lithium quartz of this quality. I'm going to let her take it away because she's the expert here, but this is for your bedroom. Lithium helps you sleep. It's the same thing that you use for your brain when you have wonky town, funky town thoughts. If you have bipolar, lithium helps to balance your brain chemistry, but I've never seen lithium quartz like this.
Yeah, I mean, these are phenomenal. They're not small. They are 5 to 6 inches. So, I mean, and these are like big chunky chunks.
Every time we get into these conversations about whether 5 to 6 inches is small, I really feel uncomfortable. Sorry. Well, I don't know. It's such a, you know what I mean? Like, we should have other words besides small, medium, and large. Don't you think? When we talk about inches? Okay, keep going.
Petite, nice, and naughty?
Manageable. Reasonable. Maybe you guys could help us with that later. Let's talk about lithium quartz.
So these are from Brazil. Every single one of these clusters has multiple double terminated points on there, druzy parts that are on there. Some of them have little scepters that I've seen. These have the pink lepidolite, like she said, that has the manganese in it. But what's also giving it that rich color that you're seeing in this is an addition of hematite. So a lot of the pink lithium that you find is a lighter pink. But with these having the inclusion of that hematite, not only does it give it that rich color, but it also gives you a very strong grounding and healing effect with it as well.
That's true.
Look at some of it's celestial.
Guys. Okay, so lithium quartz is like any other stone. There are grades. Mm-hmm. When it's really light, it's more affordable. When it gets deeper like this, there's more lithium, more manganese. Manganese is a physical healer. Lithium is an energetic and spiritual and mental healer. Helps stop your overthinking. Helps stop nightmares. Helps stop insomnia, right? Like, that's why we all love lithium to have in our bedroom. We never have clusters like these. So I'm just telling you, if you want one of these, there were only 11 to start with. This is one of the things in the show that this is like one of those 5 things I'm like, holy shit. Because they look like crowns. I mean, each one of them, and they have phantoms. Like, again, that's something you don't always see. And then that, like she said, the double term point right there. I'm like, what is even a double term lithium point? Like, you just don't.
You don't see that anywhere.
That doesn't happen. So if you want something like this, what I would do is put it in your bedroom. And at the end of the day, if you take your jewelry off, I tend not to. Where is this locality from? This one is Brazil, yeah. You'll find some lithium outside of Brazil, but not much. So most of your lithium clusters are going to be Brazilian. Mm-hmm. But again, like, you'll see the very light colored clusters range to these darker colored clusters, and the value goes up because of the intensity of the mineral inclusions, because of the time it takes to form those clusters. So anyway, they're all incredibly beautiful. I can't say enough how much I love it. And even the bottom is beautiful.
It is.
You know?
The bottom is really nice. It shows there's so many little points in there that you can see.
Look at that. Those are like little babies in there.
And
all your lithium babies.
Here is a beautiful double term that goes all the way across.
It's actually a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Next to that. Look at that. That's insane.
And if you look close, there's celestial parts to it as well. And then there's these pieces here. I love it on a cluster where there's little pieces what some would consider broken.
Yeah, it's not broken.
But it's not. It's just part of the growth structure. And look you can see that inside clear part, and then you can see where all of the minerals have grown into it as it's gotten bigger.
It's proof of a scepter formation because you can see that inside the hexagonal formation is one color, and then over it is a second hexagonal formation. And that proves you have a scepter formation. So scepters were the magic tools of the ancient priestesses in Lemuria. So anyway, I'm just telling you, this is one of the things I would get. I think they're all gone, but Jen's asking for jewelry. I will try. I'm not always in charge of the order of operations. I will tell you we have a ring coming up after this next item.
I control the order of operations.
Keep cooking dinner or going to the bathroom or whatever you're doing. Just run us in the background because I'm just telling you, you don't want to miss tonight. And if you have friends who love jewelry, I mean, obviously the stones tonight are amazing, but the jewelry is just off the chain. It's low key. What would we say? It's giving what?
It's giving Morgan's back.
Really?
I'm just over here entertained by
I know. Y'all are great this evening.
I love that you're all talking about how your bottoms are great. Congratulations. I think that's wonderful for you. Okay. Can we talk about Krishna?
on a different note.
Krishna.
Krishna. Who is Krishna? Do you guys know who Krishna is? This is actually a piece that I really want to focus on. Now, this is one of our collector pieces for tonight, and I want to take a breath before I tell you about it, because for me, this is one of those where I lost my shit. Quartz carvings of deities are rare. I only have 2 in my collection, okay? After all these years of going to all these shows and having people all over the world doing different things. What it takes to carve quartz into something like this is hard to describe to you. It's not a week, it's not 2 weeks, it's a month. The detail. This is Krishna, who is considered the highest deity in the Hindu pantheon. I could spend the next 3 hours lecturing you about Krishna. I'm not going to do that because you would go away and I wouldn't blame you. But I'm going to give you enough information. So this is an honoring of Krishna, right? When we honor Krishna, what Krishna is not a particular deity. Krishna has incarnations, right? Vishnu, for example, which is a major deity in the Hindu pantheon, is considered an incarnation of Krishna. Krishna is the all-encompassing, all-supreme, all-knowing deity in the Hindu pantheon. Krishna is the Hindu god, if you will, if you compare it to the Christian pantheon. But what I love about the Hindu pantheon is that Krishna takes on many forms.
Yes.
And has many properties and many qualities. And Krishna takes on many faces. So that's what I love about that pantheon in particular. Krishna, when you put Krishna in your space, brings every blessing.
Yeah.
Abundance, health, wealth, joy, satisfaction, peace, contentment, whatever you want.
Even courage, bravery.
Yes, yeah.
But also the connection to music and the arts.
Yes. Because Krishna is related to Sarasite, who is the goddess of creativity and writing and music and compassion. So this one, I'll just tell you before we go on, is almost 6 inches. Every detail is hand carved. It's carved on both sides. It's one of the most beautiful carvings. Look at the holes. When they make those holes, they almost break the thing. Okay, so this is a risky piece to create. $1,399. The retail value is $2,599. For the most powerful deity in the entire Hindu pantheon, carved in optically clear quartz.
Yes. And I love it because it's like you can see he's depicted here playing the flute. And that is a very big thing. They usually have him depicted that way because they want to show the representation and connection to music and the arts.
Yes.
But also the fact that there's flowers all the way around the edge, that's because he's also associated with the lotus flower, symbolizing spiritual growth and beauty. And there's some amazing flowers carved all the way around the
Can you
edge.
turn it around so they can see the whole backside? The backside, I wouldn't display it that way, but I love it because it literally reminds me of like swan feathers or peacock feathers or something. There's almost like a fountain of energy, and all of those lines are individually hand carved into that quartz. So anyway, this one we wanted to show you. It's a decision piece. This is a collector piece, but the price is amazing. It's all done by hand, and you'll have the most powerful Hindu deity in your collection.
But the fact that this quartz is this size and clear the whole way through, just to
Yeah.
find, without it being carved, just to find a piece like this is rare in the first place.
Can you imagine what you have to start with to make that? So when you, and we love to teach this to you in our live gem shows, when you see a piece this size, 6 inches, you have to start with something almost double that size to
Yep.
just begin to carve down. And so there's a lot of loss in the process, which is why these pieces are so expensive. So anyway, you can use Afterpay and Affirm and all those things. You can break it up into 4 payments. So it's $13.99. You would spend like $300 or $400 to get it home. Just to consider it. We'll show it to you later, but that's a collector piece. That's what these shows are all about. So, Okay. Next up, we have jewelry. You've been patient. I appreciate you. It does, yeah. Thank you for that. Muftia Nelson said his name means all attractive. In the sense of like attracting all energy. So everything that you look for, again, some people are really focused on health. Some people are really focused on wealth. Like whatever it is that you're really trying to draw in and attract, Krishna represents that. Because if you think about it, it's like kind of like Zeus. I'm technically Zeus's daughter. You know what I mean? Like all of us, the major gods and goddesses in the Greek pantheon, all come from the supreme deity, Zeus. Krishna is kind of the corollary of that.
Odin.
In the Hindu. And then Odin, of course, in the Norse pantheon.
I always go Norse. That's the first thing that pops into my head.
No, thank you. I am not Norse at all, which is really, I regret that, but I feel really attracted to it. I could not look less Norse or be less Norse, but if I could play Odin's daughter on TV. Give me a shield. Let me show you what I can do. Put a blonde wig on me. I'll turn Norse real quick. Okay, I know. Latest like sold ring. I don't even need to see it.
Put me in the sun. This goes blonde.
No, she looks like a Norse shield maiden. Okay, are you ready? This ring is holy shit.
Yeah.
This is heart chakra all day long. We have about 4 dozen of these rings, and I will just tell you right now, they're $74. The retail value is double that. This is Peridot with pink tourmaline in sterling silver and 14 karat gold. It's adjustable. $74. I want to show you how I would wear this ring. She's modeling it beautifully for you. Peridot is the cornucopia stone, so it brings more of everything that you seek. It's super expansive, and it's the Leo birthstone. Pink tourmaline opens your heart. Well, it's the obvious Leo birthstone. I would get one of these rings. We're not going to have this ring back. It's just for you guys for today. But can I just show them really quick?
Of course.
So
I stretch it to fit me.
if you're, well, that's the nice thing is you and I can like do that. We can, because it's adjustable. She puts it on her ring finger, and I just want to show you how pretty it stacks, because I was playing with this last night. I was here after hours, and I was like,
Oh,
my
that's
God.
really
Isn't it
pretty.
I know, right? So look. So I have this little tiny gold band with little diamonds, and look how pretty that Peridot ring with the, not that you need to stack it, but you could stack it with another little band ring. Eventually I want to bring you these little band rings because I think they're sexy.
I love little band rings.
I wear a lot of them, and people are always asking like, what are those? And I'm like, well, just little gold band rings that I wear. But I really love it stacked. You don't have to stack it. Also, if you have a little silver band, it would stack beautifully with that because it's 2 tones. So you have the sterling silver and you have the gold. You don't have to have a gold ring to stack it with, but that's what I chose to do with it. What I wanted to see really quick today. So if you're trying to open your heart or attract more love or new love to you, this is your ring. I have this other little stacker ring that's V-shaped. Ooh, this is cool.
Oh, that's
I don't have it.
beautiful.
I don't have it for you though, so don't ask me for it.
But oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool? Little V-shaped stacker ring.
Yes.
I know. I want to show it to Bonnie and go, hey, can we do that? Isn't that pretty?
I want to get something like that, a stacker ring for my wedding band that wraps around like this.
There's always things to stack. You could use a stacker for that. That could be your next project. Anyway, I love this because love has been what I've been working on this year. I know a lot of you have too. I'm not taking this off, by the way. So, Team SG, please underlist by 1. This is my birthstone, and I really wanted one, so I'm going to keep that. And I like it.
It's really, I love that ring. I love when they go down and to that point.
Me too.
It elongates your finger.
Isn't that pretty? It's so simple and elegant, but it's like, it looks, I swear to you, this looks like fine jewelry. Nobody would think that you spent $79 on it. People will think you spent $1,079 on it. So congratulations. And yeah, stackers are fun. This is it without a stacker though, and you'll see it's still really super pretty. But I did kind of feel yesterday, I was like, I wonder what that would have looked like with my other ring. So if you have let's say this, if you are somebody who has a wedding band, but you don't have an engagement ring, look at that. That could be your engagement ring. It's an abundance of heart opening.
I really like it because the way how that ring is set up, the peridot goes down to that point, but then on the two sides, there's two other triangles up at the pink tourmaline to send it out. So you're really sending energy out in all those different directions.
Yeah, would you mind? That's really cool to see that.
So one thing about this ring that I found really cool.
Is Morgan on timeout? What kind of bad behavior are we having here?
So with the peridot pointing down this way, and mind you, remember, peridot is one of the few stones that only comes in the one color. So this green is what you're going to see. Sometimes it's going to be a darker, sometimes it's more of a yellow, but it's only going to come in green.
Yep.
And then if you look, I'm trying to get it focused. There we go.
I'm really glad you pointed that out because it's very unique.
Because, yeah, so it's like you got a round one here in the center, but then on the side, there are two triangles. And the way how it's set up is those triangles are pointing outward. So your energy as you're wearing it is going to have the energy going this way and energy going across this way that is holding everything together. Having the two tones, that silver and gold, you're bringing in that masculine and feminine energy as well.
I like that.
So yeah, and then the peridot is definitely a manifestation stone.
Yes.
And the pink tourmaline is such a unconditional love stone. So you're manifesting love in all directions with this ring.
All the love in all directions.
And it's love for your masculine side and love for your feminine side.
Good job, Robin.
So,
can I also say, your eyes are like peridot green to me, and your eyeshadow is pink. And so this literally this
eyeshadow
ring looks like her eyes. Like literally, I was like, why am I staring at her eyes right now? And I'm like, you have heart chakra eyes today. It's true. There you go. It is open on the back, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it, come and pry it off my finger. Oh, you guys. Love you guys. Are you guys matchmaking in the feed? I don't even know what's happening. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Oregon Sunstone. I'll dive in just real quick to say...
we only have 9 of them, so...
Yeah, we have 9 of them at $79. We never have Oregon Sunstone. They're sterling silver. And Oregon Sunstone is the only form of sunstone on the planet that actually is affiliated with the heart chakra as well as the solar or sacral chakra, not just the sacral chakra. So this is about empowering you in love, which I think is really cool. These are $79 a piece. I have 9 of them. Go, Robin.
So as the name says, it is from Oregon. So that's one thing that is really cool as well. And Oregon Sunstone is the official state gemstone of Oregon as well, because it's just so awesome and it was only found there. So, I mean, why else wouldn't it be?
It's pleochroic. I mean, it's fucking awesome. And I have a friend who, like, would go to Oregon and she would mine sunstones and cut and facet them. And, like, when you see them, it's the most insane stone you've ever seen. And then you're used to seeing, which I love, Indian sunstone. It's beautiful. Grows with iolite. Super spash. Doesn't look like that. So these are really incredible. Congratulations if you're getting one. You will love it.
It's also, just really quick, it's the only feldspar sunstone that has copper inclusions that can go transparent like these ones or have a natural red or green color to it because of the oxidization of the copper.
Yeah, I mean, clear feldspar is weird,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You never see a clear
in
feldspar.
A geological anomaly. Basically.
Jinx, you owe me a drink.
Jinx, you owe me a drink. All I have is Dr. Pepper. Don't worry, I can hit Robin up with a drink any old time. I know where to find her. It is sacral, but it's also heart. So your traditional Indian sunstone is primarily
Yeah.
sacral. Yeah. I'm stoked for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know you like it because, I mean, look at the response in the feed. It's good to know you like it because if we see more, we'll bring more. So it's a good heads up for Team SG.
Well, one thing I think is really cool about that is when we were in Tucson, I found them and I was like, we need these. We need these. We need these. I was like grabbing all of them that they had.
Add to cart. Add to cart.
I seriously grabbed every single piece they had.
Lord have mercy. That's why we love you, Robin. She's not showing you the fucking wand that's in her hand. And look, if you don't want this, good.
It's a bat, you guys.
It'll fall into my bag, and it'll fall out of my car, and it'll fall into my house, and fall into my crystal room if you don't want it. This is...
That's if you can get it out of my hands first.
Dr. Pepper and pickles? What? What? What am I missing here? Somebody drinking Dr. Pepper and eating pickles? Okay, Karen's gonna give me the information on this later. We're not selling Dr. Pepper and pickles tonight. It feels like a pregnancy request, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm craving pickles and Dr. Pepper. Okay. This wand is bat wings carved in black agate, a laser quartz point from Brazil, black tourmaline for protection, rainbow moonstone for manifestation, lapis for strength, power, and intuition, and fossilized palm wood in your moon, which is the fossilized root of the palm tree from Indonesia, which is from paradise. I picked this wand when we were in Tucson. This is one of my favorites. I have a wand just like this. Same person designed it on my altar in my crystal room, so they're super special. It's $598. It should be $1,000. So $598. What you need to do is, here's your pause on your keyboard. Sold wand $598. Because I cannot believe the price. It's incredible. And this honestly can do anything you need it to do. This can open circles and close circles. This can activate your grids. This can send energy. This can receive energy. And it has like a guardian aspect to it. I think it's because of the black tourmaline on the bottom.
And that's a natural terminated twin black tourmaline.
Terminated twin black tourmaline. I mean, the designer of this, and like, again, you would think these are clay, because sometimes when they make wands like this, they'll form the wings out of clay. No, they didn't. These are black agate wings. So one of you needs this wand, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. And congratulations. And also, if you use this in a ceremony, nobody's going to fuck with you. It looks like you're going to kill somebody. But, I mean, you're not going to, but it looks like you're
And
going.
as most people know already, I'm a bat fanatic. And the fact that those have bat wings...
When neither of us says anything, it's because
I don't know where it went.
we really like it. If you put that in your bra, someone's going to know you have a Batwing wand in your bra. Congratulations. All right, so we still have Peridot and pink tourmaline rings left. We still have some of the golden sheen obsidian generators left. Did you say you have to touch that?
Yeah, because I just took it out of my bra. Lewis is like, I have to touch that, you know.
I don't know if you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You're probably too young. Have you seen it?
That's the movie with Inspector Gadget, right?
No.
No.
It's your homework for tonight.
The Godzilla guy.
It's your homework for tonight. Well, maybe it is, but I don't know. Okay, so the girl on the bus says, do you want a gummy bear? It's been in my pocket. It's warm at the end of the movie. It's so gross. And this is what reminds me of that. Do you want this wand? It's been in my bra. It's warm. Okay, let me show you the ring. That's on me because I'm like hoarding it over here.
Oh, I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know about the new Inspector Gadget.
I'm too old for that, and you're too young for Ferris Bueller. we're a pair. Look at that. Look at my ring. That's the Peridot with the pink tourmaline, and it's adjustable, two-tone. Yeah, baby. I will not be taking that off. And again, Peridot, if you put it on your left hand, you're receiving all of that manifestation energy. We have 11 rings left if you would like one, and that's it. Like never again. So you'll be one of the only ones to have it. Luis is right. Okay, yay, Luis. Okay, so you need to show me. We need to have a movie time. I need to see Inspector Gadget, and you need to see Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Really, was it bad?
It's not fun anymore.
Well, Ferris Bueller is iconic.
Is it?
Yes.
Dude, literally, you will email me tomorrow if you watch it tonight and go, dude, like it's iconic. Yeah. My kids have watched it maybe 1,800 times because I forced them to see it so many times. But anyway, I don't know why the gummy bear reference came up, but we're really happy that you're here. Okay, you want to see the golden sheen obsidian again? Illumination portal. We'll show it to you real quick. Yeah, so the golden sheen obsidian generators, we have just about 2 dozen, not quite 3 dozen of those left. So if you would like one of those, they are here for you. I love stackable rings, and I will tell you, I have small, short fingers. I don't have long, sexy fingers that people super stack things. My ring sizes are like 5 and 6, and my fingers are short. So when I stack things, if I can stack it, you can stack it.
And then I'm on the other side where they don't fit, so I wear them as mid-rings.
Which is super cool, too. By the way, though, these adjustable rings, I tried one on today as a toe ring. Cute.
Really?
Yes. Can you imagine that on your second toe?
Mm-hmm.
Sexy for the summer, right?
I have a toe ring on my little toe right now, and I love it. It's sterling silver, and it's like I got a hammered finish on one side, and then it's a bypass, and then it has the coil, like we were talking about on this generator.
Mine is ours from our SGTV show.
But mine has the coil like on this generator
Oh,
right
does it
here.
really?
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's sexy. Yes, long fingers I think are very sexy if you have long fingers. I've always thought having little fairy hands was not super sexy. I don't know. I mean, I can't do anything about it. My aunts had size 5 feet. Mine are 6 to 6.5. So I'm a little, like, my line is getting bigger as we go. But, like, my daughter's 5'1", and we're just, like, small people. But I always thought, like, long legs and long fingers and all those things because I'm compact. Right?
Yes, but
I always thought that was, like,
But
hotter.
think of it on my side. I can't find pants long enough. Ever.
I mean...
I wear high waters constantly.
And then Dio's gonna grow.
Yeah, well, Dio's going to be like, how's it going?
Dio just turned 20 months old, and he's already over 3 feet tall.
Rockstar.
It'll be like Nick this morning coming after me and going, how's it going down there? I'm like, shut up. It's fine down here.
But this is
I
that
gave birth
golden
to you.
sheen
Okay.
obsidian generator that to re-show you again. Remember, the sheen is due to the gas bubbles that are trapped
Thank you,
inside.
Jessica.
And this is one of the best stones for clearing your aura.
It is. So if you want the golden sheen obsidian generator, what you're going to say is sold golden sheen generator 38 because it's $38. And you will love that. That's a beautiful piece for your altar. Okay. Hi, Cece. No, you're here. We're live, darling.
Woohoo, Cece!
I know. My daughter's still shorter than me, so I'm hanging on. My mom used to, because I used to be like, why am I so short? I've told you the story before. My mom was like, I smoked the whole time I was pregnant with you. And I'm like, really? And she's like, listen, this is what Mom said. She's like, don't worry about it. Men like short women because you'll always be shorter than any man you ever date because you're so short. And I was like, so I'm supposed to thank you for smoking because I won't be intimidating to men. She was like, yeah. And it's, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I actually have never dated or even really met anybody who's shorter than me. So I have always been really lucky. I probably make men feel very tall. I don't think that's a reason to smoke through your pregnancy. So I just put that out there as a PSA. It was 1972, everybody. So the rules were
Burn
different.
sage.
We had no seatbelts. Parents smoked the whole time.
Oh no.
Yeah. But my mom was like, I was stressed out. Of course I smoked the whole time. And I was like, oh, of course. Anyway, welcome back to the Gem Show, everybody. Aw, thank you, Morgan. Appreciate that. It's whatever. Okay, Amatus. You know when we bring perfumes to the live gem shows, we always do it at a crazy price. They always sell out. And I have a long story about this perfume. Amatus means love in Latin. It's one of the first perfumes I ever made almost 13 years ago.
And it's only $24 right now.
$24.
Guys.
It's the original formula. Okay. Rose, 2 types of rose, Damascus rose and Bulgarian rose, with vanilla bean, sandalwood, and orange blossom. It is, to this day, one of my favorite perfumes. I have 2 bottles at home that I hoarded. because they get better with years. My original bottle from about 10 years ago that I own smells better today than it did when I first bottled it. So this is one you can keep forever. What I will tell you is if you get it today, keep it forever, because some of the ingredients are hard for us to get. And there was a time when we couldn't make Amatus because we didn't have the ingredients.
I remember
and people
that.
freaked the fuck out. Because
I remember that.
Well, it is the ultimate love blend. It's our original
It
love
smells
perfume.
so good, guys.
And it's sexy. Amatus, anytime you say something in Latin, it sounds a little more magical.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
That's right. A lot of the oils in Amatus are aphrodisiacs, and so anyway,
I love anything
congratulations.
orange, vanilla, sandalwood. And so then when you just bring rose into it on top of that,
Yeah.
no.
It's like a creamsicle with that's grounded, and
It just
sexy.
you feel it in your heart. Like you smell it and you immediately, like your heart just swells. It feels so good.
One of the coolest stories about, you have it hoarded too? One of the coolest stories about Amatus, and this is a true story. I had a friend, a client, she's still a client all these years later. But at the time, she's retired, but she was a psychotherapist, and she was working with soldiers who had PTSD. And she wrote to me and said, Amatus is the only thing that helps. I swear we're doing sessions, and I'll say hey, because one time one of her clients said, what does that smell? I just really feel connected to that smell. So she started working with it with her clients in these sessions, these psychotherapy sessions. She was like, I tell you, it's the weirdest thing. And I said, well, it makes sense to me though, because these are scents of comfort. Vanilla is very grounding, very stabilizing to the central nervous system. Rose is just all compassion, divine love. It's very maternal, right? So if there's something that's going to make someone feel comfortable when they're going through PTSD, it's probably this combination of oils, right? So cheers, congratulations. We only had 4 dozen bottles left. So if you wanted one, that's there for you.
Right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Right? Luis just smelled it and he was like, ooh.
Well, and the dry down is really nice because vanilla mixed with sandalwood is very earthy. So it starts out kind of high floral, but it dries down to something really soft.
Yeah.
And very feminine. I love it. Jessica said, I accept gifts if anyone wants to send me some. I love that. I always say that too. I'm open to receiving whatever the universe wants me to have in whatever way it arrives to me, right? Are you guys having fun? I'm so glad you guys are here. So let's go next to Sarasite. Sarasite comes from Morocco. It grows with barite, but it has very specific and different metaphysical properties. And this is Sarasite. Okay. We have 14 pieces. Retail value is $100. Our price is $59 for Sarasite, and these are about 1.5 inch pieces. What is Sarasite for? When you are in a particular place in your spiritual
I was like, did you want
development. No, I'm trying. It's complicated. I'm trying to figure out how to put it. Have you ever been in a place in your life where you knew you needed to change or something needed to change, but you couldn't change anything? So you felt stuck. You're like,
Yep.
I can't do anything about this. I can't change my job. I can't change my family. I can't change where I live right now. So you start to feel kind of contained.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that if you start working with things on a vibrational level, that your reality will shift. This is the stone you work with when you can't change a lot of the dynamics in your life, but you know something has to change, and it is going to change. This is kind of like your beacon to spirit guides and your beacon to your ancestors, like, hey, I need help. And then when you see the change happen, you'll remember that you worked with Sarasite. It's one of the only stones that root-related quartz, by the way, is good for this too, that prepares you for transformation, but Sarasite fast tracks it. Unlike any other stone I've ever worked with. So it's beautiful, and you can work with it and collect it for Sarasite, but it's very powerful for moving energy in the non-physical, because that's what happens first.
Yep.
Again, I could tell you stories all day long about this. I was in that place. And I actually have a playlist on my SoundCloud of songs I was listening to during that time. You're a musician and you love music, so you'll understand this. I actually can't listen to that playlist anymore.
There's some songs that I can't listen to.
Really?
It's like they helped. There's certain songs where they helped me so much during different times in my life, where it's like I relied on them basically to keep me going. And then now that I'm in a better place in my life,
Can't listen to
I
them, huh?
can't listen to it. I just can't.
Isn't that
If it comes
crazy?
on, I have to turn it off.
Me too.
And
Have you had that experience? Well, it's kind of like, so when that time comes, you may decide to gift your Sarasite to someone else. Okay, just like I no longer listen to those playlists. Those playlists were great for me at the time, but when I listen to them now, it drops my vibration because I'm at a higher vibration than I was then, and I feel sad, depressed, discouraged, like I'm all of a sudden like in a bad mood, and I'm realizing it's the music that has entrained me because I was in that point in my life. So that music gifted me something that it doesn't need to be worked with. This is the stone version of that. And look how, again, it's beautiful. People collect it because it's just gorgeous.
There's a little bit of barite on this one as well.
Yeah, you'll always find a little bit of barite in your Sarasite. It's a hybrid stone, so they grow together. But that's the metaphysical of it, and I knew you would love it. So they're about 1.5 inches, 1.5.
I just think it's
we only have 14 pieces, by the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just really think it's cool because I mean it's a really heavy stone for its size.
Yeah, it is.
But it's because it's due to iron oxide, copper, manganese, but it also has hydrocarbons in there.
You could wear it. But again, if you get to a point where you feel like I'm going to gift this because I don't need it anymore, once it does what it needs to do for you, that's kind of a cool thing. Because you're not going to need it after that. Once you get to that new place or that elevated state of consciousness, you're going to find that this will go to someone else, and then it will help them, and it'll move on. It'll be like the traveling, what do they call it, Sisterhood of the Traveling Sarasite. Yeah, so congratulations. Suze wants to know if Jared gets manicures. Occasionally.
Occasionally.
I don't know, my hands haven't been in anything today, but
Have you seen my hands?
Do you get manicures?
No, just
No?
maybe a nice compliment. I got that.
I
good vitamins.
Good vitamins.
Are good genetics.
It's whatever the first time I asked my boyfriend, I'm like, do you want me to give you a manicure? And just to look at his face, and he looked at me and he just said, no. And I was like, do you want to go with me to get a manicure when I get mine done? No. Just a boundary for some people. But I do admire it, especially if you're good at manicures and doing your own hands. Jared does have beautiful hands. Jared should be a hand model. What's funny is I've never really met anybody at SG who didn't have beautiful hands. It's a weird thing. It's almost like, it's not like a hiring criterion, but it's
Let's
like,
look at your
Being
everybody
a
has,
Taurus, good hands.
no, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, because not everybody has good hands. I don't think I have to tell you that. Like, look around at people. So, all right, she's showing you. She always shows you your skull ring too. That's not for sale. Everybody wants to buy the skull ring off your hand. I know. Put that away. You don't have to put it away. I don't take my rings off. But we are showing you Charoite with
A
a
hummingbird.
little hummingbird. Charoite is the stone of courage. I will get him to my hand salon, my nail salon before too long. He just doesn't know it yet. But literally the look on his face was like, no. When a Scorpio tells you no, it's a no. Until you stop talking about it, come back to it a year later and try again, see what happens. Charoite is the stone of courage. It's the warrior stone. So I work with it when I work with, and I have an odd number of clients and customers who have served in different wars and come back and had some challenges around PTSD and fear. I also work with it with people who are going through big changes in their life and they're like afraid, like, how am I going to navigate this? Do I know what I'm stepping into? Charoite is just for the big battles of your life, whatever that looks like, whatever it's on a technical battlefield or it's not on a technical battlefield. And then hummingbird is kind of like a different vibration. Mm-hmm. Hummingbird is like
very light.
Yeah, it's like happiness, joy. So it's like if you have enough courage, you'll find happiness. It just sometimes what you have to go through to get from A to B takes charoite. Charoite comes from the Charo Peninsula in Russia. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, we only have this one. It's a one-of-a-kind ring. It's $209, guys.
$209. Sterling silver, adjustable, pretty. Hummingbirds, charoite.
And charoite's one of those stones that has a long list of stones in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's one of the reasons why it's such a strong warrior stone, because of everything that's in there. You got your manganese, your azurine, your tungstite, nepheline, and stisicite. It's like it's got so many different things in there to give it those colors. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. I have to just take care of something really
No
quick.
worries. I was just trying to get my ring off. Oh, I'm excited about this one, guys. I'm excited about this one, guys. Woo, woo. You guys, have you seen this? I know I got excited and geeked out about it earlier. Do you see that star? Do you guys know what this is?
What is it, Robin?
I am waiting for the people in the feed to let me know if they know what it is.
Possibly 30 seconds delay.
If you saw my live earlier, I told you.
My favorite stone of all time.
You just gave it away.
No, I didn't. Nope. You may not know it. You may not know it, but it is my favorite stone of all time.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's corundum. It's a mix of the different colored sapphires and ruby.
So, yeah, so ruby and sapphire are both members of the corundum family of stones. So if you hear corundum, it's ruby and sapphire. If corundum is red, it's ruby. If corundum is any other color, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, it's sapphire.
Brown,
black, all the things. So these are multicolored, what we call party, P-A-R-T-I is how you'll see it spelled, which isn't how you spell party, but party sapphire spheres, I know. They are, this is crazy, they're $99, they're almost 2 inches for party sapphire spheres. The retail value is like $200. Yeah, and they're stars.
Now, there's one thing I wanted. Hold on, I know you want it so bad, but you have to hold on 1 second.
I'm like a little kid with my sign language.
So,
more.
What I wanted to just make sure that I taught some of you guys, because I know it can get a little confusing. When something's a star sapphire, a star garnet, or a star anything, you see this light play? That is the telltale sign of a star. You might not always see clearly the lines going all the way across, making that star pattern. But if you get it in the right light, at the right angle, it will show up. But as long as you see that shimmery light play on it, that's how you can tell that you have a star. I just wanted to make that.
No, she's right. And the stars all the corundums can form in stars. All of the colors. What I love about this one, there was this little pocket right here. And actually, I'll use your camera to show it. Look at the little, pockets of green.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that incredible? Like, we normally don't see sapphire in this range.
Yeah.
You've got the yellow and green there with red and blue. I'm saying sapphire, but it's corundum, right?
Yeah.
Because the red is ruby. You just normally don't see all of that light play and also that translucency and the green in the mix there too. You'll see like blue and red. You'll sometimes see that, but you don't normally see it with this range of color. So sapphire is the teacher stone, the wisdom stone. Corundum ruby is for passion. It's also for memories of loved ones you've lost. They say when you lose someone you love, they come back and live in your heart as a ruby, which I think is true and beautiful. So congratulations if you're getting one of those. That was one of the stars of the show too.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit of science-y on it.
Yeah.
It's the iron and titanium that give you the blues and the yellows.
Yeah.
It is chromium that gives you the pinks to the reds. And in order for it to be a ruby, it has to have a certain amount of chromium in it. Without that level, it does not turn into a ruby, technically. Vanadium gives it green and yellow as well. And iron and vanadium give it the purple color.
Oh, wow.
So when you have a piece like this that has all those colors in it, it means that the corundum itself is holding all of those trace minerals.
Isn't that cool, you guys? I love that so much. So congratulations. Yeah, you'll see light play in different stones. And it will be called different things depending on what kind of light play it is and how it works. So, but yes, stars you tend to see in your corundum. You'll see it in garnets. Yeah, you'll see it in rose quartz. Diopside. You'll also see star diopside too. We've seen star citrines, not a ton of them, but a few at Tucson and the shows. So, but it's just a very rare formation. And by the way, a mineral has to have a hexagonal structure to form a star. Because what happens is the hexagons form like plates, and it's the angle as the plates form that dictate the formation of the star. It's a radically, almost like an anomaly in geology when the stars form. So anyway,
did you know that in that formation, they're now finding small little rutiles that are in there that also aids in the formation of the star?
Holy shit.
So it's these little teeny angel hair rutiles that are going through in that formation as it goes around to help give that star.
Wow. I did not know that.
I like to geek out and study weird things.
No, but that's, the reason we all stay fascinated by this world of stones is we're never going to get to the bottom of it in our lifetimes. Like, I know I'm not going to know everything about stones before I die. And I've been studying them judiciously and writing so many books about them, that have been published around the world for years, and I still feel like I'm sometimes a novice. And I think it's good to be humble because it's a humbling industry.
Yes, it is.
Every time I go to the shows, there's new stones with new properties and new geological aspects that we have to study, and so it's
yes, quartz can have stars.
Oh, thanks, Nita. So yeah, congratulations if you're getting the party sapphire. I see people are still getting Amatus perfume. We're thrilled for you. We do still have some Amatus if you would like some. We have just about a dozen of the star sapphire spheres left if you would like one. Okay, now this is a rad bracelet. It's Tanzanite, it's sterling silver, it's adjustable, it's $199.
Do you need to say more?
Like sometimes, can quartz have stars?
Quartz can have stars.
It can. It's rare. So yes, it can. Danielle's according was like, did I miss jewelry? Well, actually, you're coming right in at one of the perfect moments because I know a lot of people came for Tanzanite. Tanzanite comes from Tanzania, Africa. If you've read my book, Crystal Lore, Legends, and Myths, which if you haven't, you can get it on Amazon. I wrote a lot about Tanzanite because the history of Tanzanite for me as a researcher and someone who specializes in this industry was fascinating. It's been within 100 years, right? You have to think about like this is a relatively new stone. There was a storm in Tanzania, which, as you know, wraps around the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. And it was lightning, and so
it was in the 1960s.
Yes, I mean what is it? 60 years now? 65 years ago? It's so recent. You know what I mean? We think about stones as being so old, and these are old, but they were hidden inside of the base of the mountain, so we would never have found them.
No one ever knew it was there until the lightning struck.
And as the lightning bolts pierced the mountain and extracted from the mountain, this looks really pornographic, and I'm just trying to illustrate. But as it left the mountain, let me not close my hand. As it left the mountain, it pulled tanzanites out, and look, yay! I don't want to talk anymore about that. But anyway, it did that, and so the villagers left. The storm was so bad. This is a true story that everybody in the village left. When the villagers came back, the ground was covered in these little beautiful blue stones, which originally were thought to be sapphire. Like every culture thinks every blue stone is sapphire until they did mineral testing on it.
Just like every green stone is emerald.
Right? So it isn't. It's Tanzanite, and Tanzanite is rarer than diamonds.
Yes.
So
it's a form of blue azoosite. The color comes from vanadium that is in there.
Yep.
The name actually was, the name Tanzanite, even though it is from Tanzania, it was trademarked Tanzanite by Tiffany & Co.
Yep. And
it's really cool because Tanzanite is also paleochroic. So depending on which way you look at it, how the light's hitting it, it can go from this really cool blue color to a purple color.
Yep.
And back and forth. So, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, we're really excited for you. And by the way, so Tanzanite is a Synergy 12 stone. It is really important for your intuition and your psychic development. And it's very important for accuracy of your psychic visions. So I thought that would be helpful for you to know. It's the psychic development stone of the Synergy 12. Each one of the Synergy 12 has a different job. And we actually have a pink downright tonight, I believe, which is also Synergy 12. Don't we have pink downright? We do. Somewhere in our mix. I thought so. Am I making that up? Yes, we do. We only have one piece, but we do have pink downright. So some of the stones tonight are in your Synergy 12, but that's the intuitive stone of the Synergy 12. Okay, congratulations. Okay. Now, this is one of the I think the special deals of the show, because we don't often have hand polished kunite pieces like this, which is pink spodumene. This is the stone that heals your family, your network of relationships, right? So kunite, when you've had family drama and trauma, like most people have, it's very good for repairing those relationships. And what I like about kunite and the way it operates is kunite doesn't need to, you don't have to have the conversations. Kunite raises a vibration of family healing. Mm-hmm. And so it's like you can sit back and kind of let things unfold and work with kunite and just trust that the highest good for your family is going to manifest. The spodumene family of stones, which includes pink kunite, green hiddenite, and yellow tryphane, grows with turmaline of all colors. So it is kind of an ore, a secondary mineral to tourmaline. Also grows with quartz, smoky quartz, rose quartz, kyanite. So these are all conglomerate stones that grow together in Brazil. They also grow in northern San Diego. These are big, beautiful pieces, but they're still small enough to carry in your purse. But the translucency of them, I don't know if we have our...
Oh, and by the way, guys, they're only $39.
Yeah, $39, and we have about 4 dozen of them. These are from Brazil. This is Brazilian kunite. But if you're working on healing your family, what a powerful stone. And by the way, kunite works whether your family members are still living or not.
That's what I was about to say. It's for your whole lineage.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you come from a family where it's like you have like the stories of your ancestors and they're just like bad shit happened to them.
Yeah.
This is a stone that can help clear that and clear the path for you and the future of your family to have a new beginning.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. So if you love it, if you feel drawn to it, I don't blame you. It's absolutely magnificent. Kunite. Yeah, and you could wire wrap this and wear it. Like I said, I think it's a good pocket piece to carry with you, or a power stone to carry with you wherever you go, especially if you are having those, family challenges or disputes.
And one thing I really like about kunite is the way how it is grown in this pattern, the way the light hits it. If you look at it in one way, it can go really deep pink. And then if you look at it in another way, it can go almost white. Because it hides the color in the refraction of the light that's within it.
Yeah.
So it's really fun because it's like you can play with it and completely change the color within one stone.
Yep. And that's why we love it. And all the members of the spodumene family are emotional, relational healers, but kunite is specifically for the broader family network. So that's really good if you are having challenges with siblings or parents, or we work more with hiddenite and tryphane when we're working on like intimate partnerships. So yeah, congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Congrats, guys.
Aw, I love that. Cass says she's going to work with it for her dad.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And and like I said, not having someone in the current, dimensional reality with you doesn't mean you can't work with them. It's one of the hallmarks of my practice. That's why we do the blue room meditation, and we do, past life work and timeline jumping and all those things, is because sometimes we can't do all the healing before we lose someone. So then but does that mean we don't do the healing? So then we learn how to do things interdimensionally. Gives us different access to the history and their energy and the magic. So congrats. I love that. I really do. I think it's the only kunite in the show too.
It was on its face.
Now
Quickly, it sounds like we have people over on Facebook. If we want to let them know where to come to participate.
yeah, so Facebookers have to come to the YouTubes.
Yes.
And the TikToks come to the YouTubes, and the Instagrams come to the YouTubes, because you can't bid over there.
Come on over to the YouTubes. That's where we're having all the fun. That's where we can see your comments. So
we're having fun with you wherever you are, but you can't shop.
Well, not only can't shop, but if you have a question.
That's true. We can't see their comments. Yeah, so if you're on Instagram and Facebook, like, we're glad you found us, but then, like, make your cute little way on over to YouTube. That way we can see your comments and you can participate in the magic. Yeah.
So one thing I see a lot is where, and I just want to help y'all out. I don't know if it's just me because I don't care and I'm going to say what I want, but you guys ask, oh, are there any more of this left? If I want something, I'm going to be like, psh, sapphire spear, me, sold. So don't worry about that. Don't worry if there's any left. Still bid on it. You might get it.
It's true.
I don't know. That just might be me. You guys are so nice.
Okay. Now. God, I just want to screenshot that and put that as my lock screen on my phone. With your nails and everything. Like, look how beautiful that is. So, what am I going to tell you about these? There's only 13 of these. These citrine, they're all smoky citrine. Some are darker, some are lighter. They're all smoky citrine. They are all natural. Have the most insane facets. So I ran away during a Tucson show. I bought these stones. I came back. I had purchased them. I don't know what happened to them because it was like a year later where I'm like, did we ever do anything with the citrine? So I think they got kind of hidden or tucked away for a little while. And then we started to ideate designs with them. And it's amazing to have smoky citrine with emerald, which are two of your abundance, wisdom, discernment. Holy shit. I'll just tell you, these are $399 each. They should be, I mean, that's the cost of the stone. So that doesn't include the fact that these are all in 925 sterling with 14 karat gold. They're on 925 sterling chains. Like, I can't believe the price. There are 13 of these. They're all a little different. So
Each one's unique.
trust the process. But they all have the same metaphysical properties. That's why we're showing you the diversity of colors. I knew when I bought these stones that they were going to be made into something incredible. These pieces have exceeded my expectations. And this, like I said, the stones are all different. So the designs are all different. Every design was made by hand for that particular stone. This wasn't like a, you know, like a, what's the word?
Cookie cutter.
Cookie cutter, but like, you know, where you have like a setting and that's, you just stamp it out.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that with these because of the differentiation in the stones. So if you want one, this is the only time we'll ever have these. I've never seen citrine like this. Team SG has commented, so comment now. Make sure you're under the gold box, because otherwise they're not going to count your bid. They're insane. They should just be so much more expensive than they are. I don't know how we did it, so if you would like one, they're available. So smoky citrine, what's that about? Grounding manifestation, calling in abundance, financial wealth. And then emerald is wisdom and discernment and love. It's also about commitment and fidelity in relationships. And
Your personal power. Which one do you want?
I just want all four. But look, why not wear them all?
One thing that I think is really cool, and especially to have a stone like these smoky citrines. Again, the color of citrine comes from the aluminum, and then the color difference, where it's lighter to darker, is based on how much it was exposed to Earth's natural gamma rays. So depending on where it was, how it was, and the heat of the area where it was being formed will change that color and that citrine. And then with these, the reason why the facets are so intricate and so beautiful and each one is a different shape is because the people who did the faceting on these went in and found these stones, and then
This one was a generator, by the way.
Yeah. And then they took each one, and in order to get the perfect clarity, they faceted around that. So each one is different based off of what the stone itself was able to give.
Sometimes I don't have emotions or like words, so I just want to grunt or just make an animal sound. Take it off the chain, take it to your jeweler, have them make it into a ring. Wouldn't that be rad? Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Can you imagine? I'm just saying, you could totally do that. You could totally take it and your jeweler could make that into a ring if you wanted to. It just would be up to you. Hold on. I'm going to stay still. You guys move the camera because otherwise I'm going to fuck it up. Not red. Okay. You're welcome. Enjoy. They're insane. And like I said, the process of getting them, like me buying them on my rogue mission and then bringing them back and then like 6 months later being like, whatever happened to those citrines? And then I needed these incredible designs. Like it's just been this long process. I think it was 2 Tucsons ago. So I'm stoked for you if you're getting one, because that was one of our longest processes to bring something magical to you, and they're gorgeous. So enjoy.
Well, great things take time.
They do. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It came at the right time for us, and we just passed 5/5, which was kind of the ideation on our team's behalf anyway. It was like, wouldn't it be cool to have it in May, which is the money month? So you're getting it in May, as is meant to be. We're going to talk about the Litha priestess set again?
We are going to talk about the Litha priestess set
that's
again.
Do we have any more of my Peridot rings?
No.
Oh, my Peridot ring is gone. Okay.
Nope.
All jewelry seems like it's gone so far.
Well, come on. Mamas are getting it for Mother's Day. Did I just remind you of Mother's Day?
Wait, can I buy stuff on the chat?
You just remembered about Mother's Day.
Talk some work.
Well, I'm glad I was able to help you, Louis.
No, it's okay. We Google searching all quick.
I had my Mother's Day gift. I think I bought it before Christmas.
Really?
Well, yeah, I saw something and I already had her Christmas gift like completely
Aww.
like done. I made her a custom blanket with different photos of all of her grandchildren.
That's beautiful, Robin.
So
you
that
must be
was-
so stoked to give it to her because, like, you've been waiting all this time to do it. If you have your mom, you're so lucky to get to give your mom a gift this year. So please do something nice for your mom. I'm bad. I'm taking my kids out to dinner, and then I was like, please get me a card or write me a card, because like cards are my favorite gift. I'm a word person, so.
Now, my family, we always we get all the mothers together on both sides of
Yeah,
the family, and we
yeah.
do like a big beach day. So we all hang out together on Mother's
Aw.
Day with the kids and everything.
that.
So, and then we make the guys do the food.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
So good. If you have all of that, you're so lucky. I'm the matriarch of my family now, so like I'm the oldest female, which is really weird. But as the matriarch, I get to control the shots and decide where we go to dinner, which is also nice. Because I'm very picky about food, so I'm like, well, I get to make all the choices. This is what we're doing. So congratulations and happy Mother's Day to all of you.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to
Yes,
all the mothers. It's such a wonderful job, and it's such a tiring job.
Yeah, I
And if
know.
you're mama, you know.
It is an exhausting job, but it's the best job.
But this, just as a recap, this is our Litha priestess set or past Beltane priestess set, whatever fire priestess you want to represent.
Well, but think about summer, because summer is the season of fire. So we're still in the season of air right now. We're in spring. We're going to turn that wheel
Yep.
on summer solstice toward fire. And then if you're like me, where you just fire all the time and who the fuck cares what day it is or what season it is, that's good for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody. That's why I was saying, if you have a great mom and you love your mom, be good to her. If you have a mom at all, though, it might be good just to say hello. It's a weird thing, you know. Like once you lose your mom, you can't go back and
Yeah.
make things better. So anyway, cheers, happy Mother's Day, and also happy summer solstice, which is coming quickly. Yes.
It wasn't more so that I forgot, but that I realized I could buy stuff at my job. I was like, oh, I could just shop for her here, and then I was like, oh, that's cool.
At a better price, probably, than where you
Under
would.
list by one.
Yeah, I know. Under a list.
We're here for it.
Oh my god.
But back to our Litha priestess set.
Annette said, "Pissy moms get a bag of old lemons." Is that the rule? I am occasionally a pissy mom. But I also enjoy old lemons, so that could work out for me. I'll take your lemons, new or old. What's my food choice? I am taking my kids to Nobu in Los Angeles for dinner on Mother's Day. Yeah, because that's what I wanted. I don't go out very often. Do you know? I think I've been out to dinner in the last year, maybe 2 or 3 times.
Really?
I'd rather cook. My boyfriend cooks. We love to cook together. I love making my own food, or I like to deliver and order in and like watch a movie or whatever. So I don't really enjoy driving to a place, sitting down and doing that whole thing, and then having to go back to my car and go home. I'm not an eat out person. Is that weird?
Well, I'm not either because now you're limited to what they wanted to put together. Whereas when you cook it, you can make it exactly how you like it with the ingredients that you want in there.
That's true.
And you can make it taste exactly how you want. You can have way too much to
how
drink
it is,
because you're not driving home.
And notes in Flame of Grace, by the way. Sorry, bringing it right on back. Your notes in Flame of Grace, or Flame of Desire, I should say. Let me just make sure I'm giving you the exact correct notes. Are, wait for it.
There you go.
Lavender, sweet birch, bergamot, heliotrope, orris, and pink peppercorn. Yeah, I've never been to Nobu, but I've heard really good things about it.
So freaking good.
It's really good.
It's so good.
I don't know. I worked in restaurants all my life. I think that's why I'm not super into it. Like I was a waitress and a hostess, and my family owned restaurants, and so like now that I'm older, I'm just like, if I can't cook it, you're going to deliver it to me, and that's how it is.
So the other thing when I was putting this together is because I wanted it to be a set that you guys can use. You don't have to use all the pieces together.
Yeah.
If it's like you can use your wand whenever you're doing any type of ceremony during the summer where you want to invoke the sun, you want to invoke fire, you want to invoke that heat. You can use your carnelian sphere on your red adventuring sphere stand. You can put it in the center of a grid. You can just have it there as part of your altar. And then your Flame of Grace perfume you can have, and you can just put it in your purse. Have that fire energy with you wherever you go. So that's one of the things I really wanted to do with this, is to be able to have parts of it that you can use together in one type of ritual that you're doing to invoke the summer energy, or use them in separate parts.
Yeah. So congrats, you guys. Cheers. Oh, I love that. Seriously said Eric always goes to pick up the food if he doesn't cook. I'll clean dishes if somebody's going to cook. I'll clean dishes if you're going to cook. I'll cook if you're going to clean up after work. That's my deal. I don't cook and clean. I do one or the other. Here is a rattle. It's really cool. It is available. That was life-changing. That was horrible. This is a hummingbird rattle made in Peru. It's super incredible. It's really beautiful. I don't mean to minimize it. It's one of our discount items because these are handmade rattles. They were originally $59. They're $42 tonight. And if you don't know me very well, you have to have a rattle. Everybody I know and love has a rattle. You shake a rattle to break up energy. And it's super important as a toolkit in your collection. Like, perhaps the most important toolkit in your collection. That was my shitty cooking song. I hope you enjoyed that. We only have, again, 4 dozen of these. So if you would like one, it's here for you. Every part of this is made in the traditional way. And hummingbird is the colibri, which is thought to be a very sacred bird. It's the highest vibrational bird. Has a flower on the backside because hummingbirds come for the flower. So anyway, hi Krista. I think it's a fair deal. If I cook, you clean. If you cook, I clean. I mean, what I like in my relationship is it's unspoken. If he cooked the meal, I'm cleaning the dishes. If I cook the meal, he's cleaning the dishes. Like, we don't even talk about it. It's like, get on over there and do your job.
See, I cook and my husband cleans. The few times my husband cooks, it's because it's like Mother's Day or my birthday or something. So he still cleans up because it's a special day. Or I'm just so far beyond tired, I don't want to get up.
God bless Daryl.
So he cooks and then he also cleans. I'm spoiled.
I'm spoiled. I've never been in a relationship with somebody who's a chef. And so, and sometimes, I think of myself as a really good cook. And sometimes I'll do something and he'll be like, really? And I'm just like, I'm now the sous chef, which is a really crazy thing.
We set the price.
He is such a better cook than I am.
Yeah, we're waiting for them to post it. There it is. No?
No, I do have a boyfriend.
You guys, $42.
Yeah.
Taps rattle.
We're talking about rattles and boyfriends and cooking. Yeah. So congratulations, everybody. All right. I know. I never know what's new news and old news, but I'm in a quite happy place in my life. And he cooks.
These are 42. Yeah. These are
Hummingbird
42.
rattles.
Yeah,
Maybe
these are
it will
42.
call in somebody to cook for you. So you only have to clean, and you don't have to make the meals. You can just clean up the meals. This is how we rattle. This is how we manifest. I'll call in that. This is horrible. Can we please get this show back on track? I don't know what happened. But Luis is not laughing. Let's just get together, everybody. Let's do this. Okay.
Jared's over here
Lord have
going,
mercy.
you no longer get rattles.
No, Jared looks happier than he's looked in 2 hours. I'm here for it, and you know what? Fuck it. This is great. This is so good right now. Okay. Let's talk about chakras. I broke my pen. Look at this. What happened to my...
Oh my god.
You really broke your pen. Oh, wow.
And then you put the little doinger thing in, and then I think you put this part on, and I think it works, right? Boom, pow. Is this going to work for me now? Nope. Okay. Okay. Now, chakras. So, chakras are very important. Chakras are chakra means wheel in Sanskrit, by the way. And these are the wheels of light that sit at 7 points within your body and then adjacent points above and below your body. What we did here is we did a chakra set. And I'm obsessed with this. First of all, I think the box is super cute. Okay. So it's got the glass lid so you can see down into the box. And then we give you the 9 stones. So we covered everything from your soul star to your earth star. You're requesting another rattle star. No, you're not. Because the other 400 people who are here are not requesting that right now. People are going to start signing off. I probably would too, by the way. If that happened again, I'd be like, click. Okay, so let's walk through everything you're getting here. For your soul star chakra, which is your connection to source energy, apophyllite.
And it's a double term.
Double term apophyllite. That's fucking nuts. That's crazy. Apophyllite is super powerful for ascension. And then for your crown chakra, we have sugilite. Sugilite, super powerful healer of autoimmune diseases, also very powerful for grounding energy in your body. For your third eye, we did Tanzanite. I mean, what's better than that? That's the third eye stone of the Synergy 12. This is $89, by the way, and I only have 32 sets. It's crazy. The retail value is like $160. So you should get the set if you are interested in working with chakra energy. For your throat chakra, we did indicolite and quartz. Well, that's the rarest color of tourmaline. You're welcome. So that's going to help to heal your throat chakra, help you speak with confidence, and live authentically. For your heart chakra, we did morganite. That's the queen of the love stones.
Yep.
For your solar plexus, we did yellow sapphire. What's better than that? Again, Robin put these together. She knows what she's doing. Yellow sapphire is very rare. And for those of us with solar plexus issues, it's fun to work with the rarer stones for the solar plexus. That's going to heal you around power and strength. For sacral chakra, we did banded carnelian. It's just the best stone for sacral work, and that's a beautiful specimen of carnelian. For the root chakra, we did zircon, oldest stone on the planet, and also really powerful for manifestation and grounding. And then for your earth star chakra, we did melanite garnet, that comes from Africa. It's really good for protecting your soul and your spirit against the heaviest of magic. That's everything that's in your 9 chakra set.
So when I was going through this, I really was like, okay, if I love chakra sets because it really helps you line up your chakras. It helps you balance everything out. But you can also take, if you want to work on one more than the other, you can take that stone out and use it to be able to help with that chakra work that you're trying to do. And I was like, okay, I love chakra sets, but I want like a luxe chakra set.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I wanted one with stones that like, okay, how did you even get that stone to begin with?
Yeah, and you could do fancy Nancy things with this. Like you could paint the velvet underneath each of the stones to align or correspond. But I kind of love that it's that brilliant, beautiful magenta purple color. What a great gift to give. To teach someone about chakra work, and also if you travel. So you may have stones that you love to work with for the chakras, but this you can put in your bag and travel with so that you know you have something for every chakra, wherever you are, whatever the need is or whatever issue comes up. So
See,
good job, Robin.
if I was gonna get one of these for myself, which I do have one on my desk, but
She has a lot of really good stuff on her desk is the most magical desk on the planet. Okay.
Well, I have to change it up too because I always want to like have different energies depending on what I'm working with. But I would take this box. I mean, it's beautiful as is, but I would take some blue kyanite and glue it along the edges.
Ooh.
Just so it's like it gives it a little enhancement. And also blue kyanite is going to automatically line up your chakras and balance your chakras. So having that blue kyanite glued to that is like the one addition I would do.
That would be really cool. I mean, I'm looking at it as too. I'm thinking like you could even just put one piece of blue kyanite on the little hook into the box.
Yeah.
You know, so as you open it, you're kind of balancing the energies. But I love the idea because it's a thin space of just little bars of blue kyanite would be so pretty. I know you guys are gonna zhuzh it and make it.
And I want to see photos.
Yeah, I want pictures. I want evidence of this. Yeah, we should have like live from Robin's desk and like she shows all of her
the craziness that's there. I have some stones sitting on my desk that still need to be identified because they're not sure, like we don't know what it is yet and I'm working on them.
Yeah.
And I love that because I just get to look at it and be like, what is that?
That is so cool.
I'm going to figure you out.
That is so cool. So congratulations. Does it have a list of the gems with the set? We should send that.
I made a list for you guys with a little bit of how I work like with the stones and the meanings of it. So I will print those out for you guys and send them along.
Yay. Thank you for doing that. Can you raffle off a visit to USG? That'd be fun. I miss having live events and things. So eventually.
I do too.
Yeah, eventually. Like our team got together live this week, together, not working, just being in a space and crafting with like, nobody had to post it in social media or nobody had to like, you know, make sure the audio visual was, it was just us being together. And it was so sweet. And it's such a reminder, like online
live
stuff
from my
is
desk.
super cool, but the in-person stuff is even better. But like, yeah, live from your desk, I think would be really exciting. I would watch it.
I would have to clean it up first because I'm not the neatest person.
You're alright. Compared to me.
I clean up your desk sometimes when I have to go over there.
I am going to say Scorpios.
What?
So I am kind of weird about like neat freaky stuff. I really am kind of weird about it. My Venus is in Virgo. I don't know what it is, but like I just what I've noticed is you can tell a lot about somebody by their wallet. If they have like receipts and things from like a long time ago, or like, you know, when you go to like a yogurt store and you get like a little card, like a punch card or whatever, like how much of that stuff do you carry in your wallet? My answer is absolutely zero, nothing. I have a couple bucks, I have my credit card, and then I have
That's
like,
my wallet.
my ID. Yeah, this is what my wallet. I mean, so,
this is my wallet.
But that's kind of a metaphor for life. Like if you like open the refrigerator and you close the refrigerator because like shit's just falling out or whatever. I'm just pointing out some things.
I got a receipt.
You got a receipt.
Is it a new receipt?
Yeah, it's new, but...
Okay. Is it like in the last 10 days?
Yeah.
Okay. You get a pass. That doesn't look new.
Yeah, this is 7 years old.
Okay. 7 years old. I'm just saying, I've noticed some things. You would fly here for an in-person event? Really? Aw. That makes me extra want to do it.
I wish.
Okay. We will. We'll figure it out one day. Okay. You want to talk about these are insane. $124. These are yellow sapphires, yellow-green sapphires. These are incredible earrings. They're 2 inches. I love them, and I can't even wear earrings, really, because my ears are weird. Yellow-green sapphire is solar plexus and heart chakra for empowering you to feel strong and confident in love. Mm-hmm. And the smaller stones, the accent stones, are they topaz or are they, you know?
I believe they're topaz.
I think they're white topaz.
Yeah.
And that's in an oxidized sterling setting. They're beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I always think of this color of green as a neutral, but I'll tell you my rule about what makes a neutral and what's not a neutral. If you can find it in nature, you can make a case that it's a neutral.
Yeah.
This is obviously the color of spring, right? This is new growth. We see this throughout nature. This yellow-green kind of like, it's not quite chartreuse, but there's something very earthy about it, and but also very kind of like maiden energy about it. It feels youthful, doesn't it?
It does. It feels youthful, but an elegant youthful.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's very classy. What these remind me of is when I was younger. My brother, he's autistic, and one time for my birthday, he wanted to get me a gift, and so it was harder for him to do things as it is. He went into a girls' jewelry shop to buy me a pair of earrings because he thought I would like them, and he talked to the girl working there, and he was like, she's turning this age, and this is what, and these look very similar.
Really?
It was not like this, like, quality or anything, because he didn't have a lot of money, and he was like 12 at the time.
Aww.
And so he bought me this pair of earrings, and
do you still have them?
I
won't
do.
judge you if you say you don't.
No, I do. I
you?
do. I can't wear them, unfortunately, because the quality isn't good enough.
Yeah.
But I still have them
It's precious.
because I'm just not going to get rid of them.
I love that so much.
But so that's what these remind me of.
That's an incredible story. Well, and you have to remember, these are sapphire. They're not heavy. They're not heavy, but sapphire is one of the 3 precious stones. So when you look at it, it's like, are those Kunite or those Chrysoprase, which are good guesses, but it is very special and really rare to have this in sapphire. So I think we mentioned the price. They're $124.
$124.
We have 5 pairs of them. They're about 2 inches each. These are substantial. The retail value is $199. We never have yellow green sapphire earrings in real metal with real stones.
Yeah.
So if you would like that, I know.
And of course these are a corundum, and the color comes from the vanadium in it for the trace minerals, as we talked about in those party sapphire spheres.
Not pretty. I mean, they really show up. And I will tell you, this is a fine jewelry design. This is something you would see in 18 karat gold and diamonds. So, we're kind of giving you the look and feel without the price, which I think is really cool. But the sapphires are all real, honey. And it's open on the back, too. Isn't that gorgeous? So enjoy. 124, only 5 pairs. Congratulations. Glad you got one. You'll love them. They're beautiful. And beyond beautiful.
Christina, I've put the nail polish on them. Does not work for me, unfortunately. I'm so sensitive to metals. But congratulations, guys.
We're super stoked for you if you're getting those.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm so excited about these ones. I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm excited about them too. You want to start?
Sure. So, meteorites. These are Campo de Cielo meteorites, and they are from Argentina. And these were one meteor crashed in the pre-Columbian era into Argentina, and this is the result. So just like Moldavite, where it was from one meteor, so are these. And usually when you find a Campo de Cielo meteorite, it's going to be like a quarter of this size. It's very hard to find ones that are this big. They're like 3/4 of an inch to an inch. We only have a handful of them, and they're only $49, guys. I remember when we first started finding and getting the Campo de Cielos, those little quarter ones were like almost $100.
Oh, I know. The price is insane on these. And meteorites, like, if you're a meteorite person, I am, because they're not terrestrial. They're extraterrestrial. They're outside. Extra means outside. Terrestrial means Earth, right? Land. They're outside of our atmosphere. So they have different metaphysical, energetic properties. They, honestly, people who say they don't respond to stones always respond to meteorites. And what's cool is we have meteorites all over the planet, because we've had meteoric collisions in Argentina, in the sub-Saharan desert, in Czechoslovakia. And they've all resulted in different forms of meteorites and tektites. But this one will make you feel buzzy.
Yes.
You should play with it and see how long you can hold it, because for me, I can't.
Well,
I can't do it very long.
that's why when I was trying to talk, I kept stopping. Because it really does. It just messes with you, but it makes
It's fuzzy.
But it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you've taken something.
It's like stone edibles.
Yes.
Not that I know what that looks like. I've just heard about it from kids and friends. I'm just kidding.
So one thing that's really cool about this is they have found about 60 tons of this meteorite. It is heavy. Like, these are heavy.
Yeah. It's
But usually the ones that they have found, like I said, are small. So just think about how many little chips they had to find to get that 60 tons.
It's so cool. And when you look up close on these pieces, you can see like little geometric patterns. It's really amazing. So when and I already, like, my fingers start to tingle and I'm like, here, you can have it back. I can only do it like even for me. And I've been working with tektites and meteorites for so long, but it's like just a few minutes and it's super buzzy and I have to kind of hand it back. So congratulations.
But I think what I think is really cool about this is these were not polished. These are natural. This is how it came out of the earth. And it has such a smooth texture to it. It's like you can really roll these around in your hands.
Yeah.
And it's like you can feel that energy, but it's not like rough. And it's not sharp. And that's just because over time, like I said, it's from the pre-Columbian era.
Yeah.
So it hit, and then the earth itself has polished it. So it's...
Yeah. No, I love that. Congratulations. I'm stoked for you. And I'm glad to know that you like meteorites, because sometimes we see them and we're, we try to bring you what we can, but if you guys want more... Meteorites? Meteor eyes?
Meteorites.
Congratulations. I don't know. I hear you, Chrisanne. I just, like, on a Saturday afternoon, the idea of just going and having somebody pierce my ears just sounds shitty. I'm working on a tattoo, though.
In the last month, I've gotten 4 new piercings.
Have you really?
Uh-huh. I got this one.
That's rad.
And I got this one.
Ooh, I didn't even see that little one hiding in there.
Yeah, and then on this side too.
Did it suck? Did you have to like sleep on the one side and sleep on the other
side?
side?
I did this side first.
Yeah.
And then I did this side after this side was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just went after work.
I don't know. It's just like I gotta space out my piercings and my tattoos and do it in the right order. I finally figured out what I want to do with my tattoo though, because I'm gonna do the moons, and then I'm doing roses around it.
Oh, nice.
And I think a rosary at the bottom.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool?
I have my half sleeve planned out. I just need to get it done.
Do you? Yeah.
And then I already have my whole full sleeve planned. Again, I just need to get it done.
I wish I'd done it younger. It's kind of weird to start doing all this in my 50s, but I don't want
It's never too late.
But most people think this is real, and my favorite story is, because I put it on every 3 weeks, and I have for like 8 years. I once had a massage, which is rare for me, and the massage therapist, when she was done with my arm, she looked down and she went, she thought it was real, and then it was gone. And I'm like, do you think you have superpowers that you removed a permanent tattoo? And she was like, I just didn't know how to tell you that I took your tattoo. So now I have to tell anybody who touches me, I have to tell them, like, this is temporary. If you remove it by accident, I don't want you to feel permanently responsible for it. So anyway. Okay, how do we segue to starfish? I don't know.
Well, there's a starfish in my sleeve that I'm going to get.
Oh, I love that. Why? Let's talk about it.
So the whole sleeve, when I finally get it done, it's going to be like this macabre's mermaid sitting in a bed of mushrooms.
Ooh.
And there's flowers going to be all the way up, like going around it with the macabre mermaid.
Macabre meaning like she has a skull instead of a face kind of thing, or like?
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's dark.
She's a dead mermaid.
She's dark.
Okay.
Like skeletal.
Okay.
And then after the mushrooms that she's sitting in, there water's going to be crashing, and then the whole bottom half is going to be a coral reef.
Really?
With different animals of the coral reef.
Well, you've always loved fish and like exotic like sea life.
And I'm a mermaid.
And you're a mermaid. Well, I love that. So starfish medicine, I first got introduced to starfish. I was given a piece of jewelry when I was young, and by a family friend, and I still have it. I'll never forget. And I asked her why she chose a starfish for me, and she said, because it reminds me of you. And she said, starfish are resilient, and if they lose one of their legs, their points of their star, it immediately starts to grow back, and they survive. So nothing can happen to a starfish really to harm it. It's very difficult to. They don't have a lot of predators, and they're very resilient. And so she said, I want you, when you feel like you're not strong, or when you feel like the world is tearing you apart, like, to see your starfish and remember that you'll be resilient, you'll grow your arm back. And so I've always just been drawn to them ever since that. It was such a profound, I remember listening to her and just going, wow, this is the coolest thing anybody ever gave me. So starfish, that's what they represent, is the capacity to go through rebirth and renewal over and over again, and that no matter what anybody does to you, they tear off this, they tear off that, you grow back. This is done, by the way, in morite, although I was going to say it looks like trolite.
It is, but it kind of looks like trolite, but no, it's definitely morite.
Which is the stone of peace. So it's like peace through the process, you know what I mean? Like, if you feel like everything's coming at you from all directions, I don't know if you've ever gone through anything like that. I certainly have, and in those moments in life, it's like you have to find your peace in your center, and you have to know that whatever you're going through may take one of your points off your star, but it's not going to take you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're bigger than the challenges you face, and you should know that and trust in that, which gives you patience to go through some of these challenges. So these are 4.5 inches. They're $99. They should be about $149. They're hand carved. And because morite has quartz in it, you can actually use this as a centerpiece of a grid. Can you imagine the starfish grid?
Oh my goodness, I want to make one.
Like your renewal, rebirth, like I'm stronger than my challenges, check me out kind of energy. I just think I can visualize it in my mind. I would almost want to hang it on the wall, or like attach this to the wall and then grid the wall with it or something.
That'd be really cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be so cool. Like, make a mural out of it,
Yeah, like
out of your grid.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stick that shit to the wall and like stick it.
That'd be so cool.
I knew you guys were gonna love it, because it's the combination of the stone itself and what it represents is where so many of you are, and where I've been, and a lot of us just need to remember that, right, we regrow, we're reblooming, we're and the starfish, the legend I heard is the next limb that grows isn't exactly the same.
It's not.
As the previous limb.
It's not.
So it's like, it's functional, but there's a change. And like, isn't that true? Like for me, I have reemerged from a lot of challenges in my life in the last couple of years, and I'm better than I was, but I'm different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not exactly the same person. You can't go through a major transformation and be the same person. So no, she's not going to put that in her bra, because that, is a occupational hazard. Like, what happened to your arm? Well, Robin had a stone starfish in her bra and turned around and smacked me with it. Now I have a bruise. I'm a mom, so I always think about the worst case scenarios with things. Like, what bad thing could happen if somebody put that in their bra? Yeah, if you put 2 of them, though. Just remember that when you're getting undressed.
Clunk. I broke my toe.
Bump. That's an awkward date. And then the question becomes, why do you have starfish in your bra? And the answer to that is, I don't know. Somebody told me it was a good idea.
Because it's me.
Because I don't know.
It fit?
Congratulations. You want more starfish? It's good to know. I mean, I actually think it'd be really sweet to have, like, what I have is a little necklace with a starfish on it. I just think that would be really cool. And especially if you give it to someone who's young, because it teaches kids that, like, because kids always think like everything that's happening to them is the end of the world, and then we get to be adults and we realize, like, this too shall pass. It's kind of the this too shall pass medicine, so I'm glad you like them. Star boobs. Cecilia Rodriguez, hi Cecilia, says, I'm looking for a garnet palmstone, a large one. Okay, duly noted. Do you have a preference of what kind of garnet you're looking for? Anyway, your boobs are stars. Thank you for that, Ross Garden. Okay, this is our charity item for the night, by the way, that you're looking at right now, and it is gorgeous. This is emerald with white topaz and freshwater pearls. Those are all emeralds. Those are gorgeous emeralds, by the way. A lot of emeralds that come from India. Not knocking them, but they're darker. You know what I mean? When you see Brazilian and Colombian emeralds, they're more of that vibrant grassy green color. I love this for spring, which is why she chose it for the show, or the team chose it for the show, because freshwater pearls and emeralds and that just feels like spring and growth and abundance to me, right? Pearls are what an oyster produces after intense stress, right? So it's like they're the product of intense stress, like diamonds are the product of carbon under intense pressure. So this is like the beauty in you that emerges with new life. And then the white topaz is all about knowing that you're protected by spirit all the time.
Yep.
So this is $298. Every dollar of that goes to the charity of your choice. So as it is always with our charity items in the show. So you get a beautiful bracelet, and then you get to choose a charity to bless with almost $300. Isn't that cool? So congratulations. If you if this is calling to you, we always think the charity gets the energy of the stone too. So an emerald,
For sure.
it has so many amazing properties to it.
It really does.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this bracelet. It feels so good on.
It looks really pretty on you, you know, and it's delicate, but it's also strong, and it's adjustable. So if you're feeling called to it, it will fit you.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. Emeralds have such an interesting story because going back to ancient Egypt, we know that Cleopatra had her face carved into emeralds.
She also made sure she owned all the emerald mines.
She did own all the emerald mines, and emerald is easy to carve. It's also easy to break, so you got to be gentle with it. But then all the way fast forward to the 1800s, 1900s, emeralds started to be used in bridal jewelry because emeralds were thought to guarantee that your partner wouldn't cheat on you.
They're also in the crown jewels.
Crown jewels. So anyway, I don't know, just interesting. I love knowing the history and lineage of our stones because the meaning sort of morphs over time, but it's cool to know that the same stone Cleopatra was obsessed with is the stone that you will wear on your wrist. It's exactly the same. So congrats. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to be able to shut up about this, and I don't know how to handle that. So I cannot believe that what I think is my best skincare product to date, and Bella Blue I always thought was my best. Titan is a skin tightening formulation that has all of the essential oils for youthful skin, helps to ease the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It has marula seed oil, vitamin E, and sea buckthorn. These are ridiculously expensive ingredients. So I developed these and kind of beta tested them. The team took the formula and then made them in a larger quantity for you. So you get the body butter, the face serum, and the body oil. That's for cellulite on your legs. That's for tightening. You know how we get older and we get like little weird, crepey, shitty things here. That's what you put that there. You need a dry brush to make the magic happen, though. We do have some on sagegoddess.com, and you can find them at your local, Sprouts or Whole Foods too. Because you want to put your Titan body oil on and then dry brush towards your heart, always up. Gravity pushes things down, so we want to lift them up, right? I just think it's crazy because this is all pure skincare. Pure essential oils, the best possible ingredients. $41. Our retail value on the set is $59. So if you are not new to Titan, you may want to stock up because a lot of you are like, don't want to run out, which I don't blame you. And then if you're new to Titan, then you get to experience it. And you get to experience both the face line, the face serum, and the body line. And it's really good.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is sold out on Sage Goddess. Thank you, Jalen, for mentioning that. So if you have not tried Titan, today is your day. We have 50 sets of Titan. I know.
That's it.
And we never have much of our skincare because we make it in-house and it's hard. I mean, we small batch everything. So I would love to hear your feedback too. Titan
It just smells so good too.
Well, because it's frankincense, yarrow, myrrh, patchouli, and rose geranium.
Is that patchouli? I love patchouli.
The combination of frankincense with patchouli is really incredible. And then the rose geranium kind of makes it pop. Titan, the line of Titan, which is especially good for the body, Bella Blue, and then you need Athena's Under Eye Magic, and you need Reverse Serum, which is your castor oil, rosehip seed oil. It has some frankincense in it too, but also has turmeric. So these are the skincare lines that I've developed for you. And I'm telling you, they all make a difference. I use them every single day. I used Bella Blue, Reverse, and Titan today. And my Under Eye Magic today. First thing when I wake up in the morning, because sometimes I'm guilty as charged, I sleep in my makeup. Sorry. So if I wake up and I look like somebody punched me in both eyes, Athena's Under Eye Magic is a really great makeup remover. Also a moisturizer for your under eye. And then I wash my face and do my whole routine. So, and you can combine Bella Blue with Titan in reverse. And if we don't have Bella Blue on the website, sign up for the wait list so you'll get notified.
Yeah.
It's back in stock. Same with reverse, because people always ask me, what do you do for your skin? And I don't have great genetics. I just have good skincare. And I'm trying to not do the fillers and the things that people do, because a lot of women where I live are my age and they already look mannequin-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to do that.
They just look...
Well, and like there's no, but they look kind of poofy.
Yeah.
Mannequin-y.
Yeah.
You know what filler looks like. And then I had one friend who put a whole bunch of filler in and had to have it all removed because it moved. And so one side of her face was this and one side of her face was that. So I'm not judging people. I will probably do it at some point, like maybe in my 70s. But for right now, I'm trying to use good skincare and hydrate well and eat good food. And those things matter. So, okay. I don't know how to transition to this, but this is Dravite. I couldn't believe we had Dravite in Tibetan silver. I thought that was the coolest thing. Because it looks like black tourmaline, but it's just that edge of the brown.
It's the brown.
Yeah, so this is terminated Dravite with labradorite. We have 10 of the small, which is 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and then we have 13 of the medium for 1.75 inch. You're not going to believe the price. Mm-hmm. So Dravite is Earth Star. It's more grounding than protective. You know, black tourmaline is more protective. The brown is more grounding and stabilizing for your central nervous system. And labradorite is new beginnings, new growth, new possibilities. The small ones are 49 and the medium are 54. It should be like 100 plus that.
Yeah.
And the silver is carved all the way around, and the Dravites are all terminated.
Yes, all the Dravites have the natural termination that you're going to see there. The silver is on completely wrapped around, and as you can see, that beautiful detailing into that silver. I just love how much detail they put into these.
Yeah.
The Dravite is absolutely, to me it's a Gaia stone. It's complete Gaia stone. When you hold it, when you work with it, you can feel that Earth's energy and wisdom.
Yeah.
The color of it does come from magnesium. And as a lot of you guys know, magnesium is so healing for you as well.
Yeah.
It heals your body and it heals your soul, I believe.
It relaxes you. Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course the labradorite, I can go on and on about labradorite. It's one of my favorite stones.
Yeah.
They do all flash.
Yeah, they're really cool. These are really special, you guys. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Dravite also, just so you know, a lot of people ask me, like, after you've had a really powerful spiritual experience, whether it's a shamanic journey or a breathwork journey or whatever it is, what's my favorite integration stone? You know, which is the process of understanding what you were meant to learn from those experiences. Dravite. That's my go-to integration stone.
Yeah.
Because it helps you put all the pieces of the experiences together in service of greater wisdom. So if that's meaningful to you, I think you would really appreciate working with that.
For sure.
Okay. Yay. Honestly, sometimes you pay $54 for a piece of Dravite. That's
Right?
why I was like, holy shit. Okay. You want to talk about this one?
Sure. So this is a rare form of amphibole. These are double terminated pieces, so you can see there's a point on each side, and this is a blue amphibole. Do you see how it has that light blue gray color? So that is very rare. Usually when you have amphibole, you're going to see that yellow and the red.
Yeah.
So having it in this blue,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I mean, it only comes out of one mine in Brazil. That's it, and they can't get to this all the time. Sometimes they find it, sometimes they don't. And so when it's out, it's here, and then we don't know when it's going to be back if they don't have any more coming out of that one mine. And so it's also known as angel hair or angel phantom quartz when it's like this, and it's the natural blue hue is caused by rubicorite and crocodilite. No, crocodilite.
I've always heard it called rivakite. I don't know if it's the same stone, but it is a harmonizer. So what rivakite does, they call it the synchronicity stone. There's not a lot of stones that do this, but it creates what we call right place, right time energy. So you being in the right place, the right time with the right people to manifest what you're trying to create. So yeah, so let me tell you, these
It
are
can be used as a channeling stone.
Oh, 1,000%. And it kind of looks like a channeling stone, you know, the little faceted ones we've done for you. These are $49. I have 4 dozen of them. That's it. Retail would be closer to $69 or $79 because blue amphibole. So technically it is a shaman dreamstone.
It is.
It's just, you only find this kind of amphibole, which is not the red orange, in this particular region of Minas Gerais. So it's more special. But these are all beautifully polished and perfect channeling stones for you. But also harmonizing and making sure that your energy is aligned. I mean, if you think about it, what synchronicity is, being in the right place at the right time, is just you being tuned into the vibrations and the frequencies, right? So
it is, but it's the other thing I love about this stone is it helps to reduce stress.
Yeah.
And it increases your own self-esteem. So it helps you feel better about you. And I know that's something that so many of us struggle with. I know for a fact it's something I severely struggle with. So having something that's a reminder that you are good enough is just really important, I think, to have in your life.
yeah, me too. I'm glad you like it too. We love bringing things like this to these shows because it's kind of what it's all about. It's just what's incredibly rare. And, you know, we've been working with amphibole for a long time. I've been working with amphibole for 20 years. So when you see the kind of blue, it's almost like a blue-gray-green color, which is just totally unique. Reminds you a little bit of, what's the gray inclusion in Shaman Dreamstone that I'm skipping on right now?
The kaolinite?
No.
The
The
lodolite.
protective one.
There's lodolite, there's chlorite, there's
Kaolinite,
kaolinite, there's...
Keep going.
I'm trying to think.
You know which one I'm thinking about, right?
I know, but I can't think of it. I played with too much Compotus Yellow.
Is that what it is?
Yes! I'm
We-
still fuzzy.
We need to have her hold the Dravite for a little longer so she gets a little more grounded. Anyway, amphibole. Amphibole. It does call the angels. Actinolite. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so you may think, well, it looks like actinolite, but in person you can see it's more gray or more blue. Actinolite's super gray. This is more of like a blue-green. So they would be in the same matrix, but it's a little bit different. Okay. Inner children. Actually, yes, these are the inner
These
children.
are.
Yeah. We only have 10 of these, unless there's a third size. Oh, there actually is a third size. So we
Yes.
have 12 total. What is an inner child? It's one of the coolest things. We've been obsessed with them for a long time here at Sage Goddess. An inner child is when you have a quartz point growing and a quartz point grows into the point. See that hexagon on the outside? You can tell there was another quartz point growing there. And you can see how the quartz pushes through, especially in optically clear pieces like this. See how you can see the point there? So if you can still see the attachment on the back, or you can see the hexagon on the side, that's called an inner child. When they fully submerge themselves into a point and there's no more attachment point, no more hexagon evidence of growth, that's called a manifestation crystal. But inner children we work with to heal our inner children. So anything that happened to you as a child, any trauma or pain, or maybe you didn't get what you needed, or you have mother-father issues, or you whatever it is, something in you, the little person in you needs attention. That's where we work with inner children quartz. If you're a crystal healer, this should be in your collection, even if you had the perfect kumbaya childhood, which I'm super stoked for you if you did. But even if you did, you're gonna have clients who didn't, and it's really good to have tools in your collection specifically to work with them and the challenges that they face. So we have
this one has multiple.
I'll just tell you, the prices are really good too, because these should be more expensive than they are. And I think they're all double terminated too. So that's the other thing. Like a lot of inner children are like single terminated, or they're chunks of things. They're not.
These are
the
all
double
double terms.
So the 1 to 2 inch are $79. I have 7 of those. The 2 to 3 inch are $89. I have 3. Double terminated inner children don't happen very often. I would definitely wear this one, especially if this is you. This is your work to do in the world. And then I have 2 of the large 3 to 4 inch for $99. That should be $300 for a double term 3-inch inner child. So I have most of the small, but only 7. And then I have 3 and 2 pieces of the medium and large. So congratulations. The Flame of Grace sets, yeah, they're here. They're not on the website. That's the one. That's the Litha priestess set, and I think we do have. We do. We have less than 2 dozen though. So if you would like the Litha priestess set or the Flame of Grace set, you can say Flame of Grace set too, and they'll capture you. I have 4 left of the Kunite, by the way. That polished Kunite, those little small pieces that are so great. I think they were $39. I only have 4. So if you say sold Kunite, $39 to heal family. By the way, inner children and Kunite, great pairing.
Grow together so well.
Great pairing. Because then you're healing yourself internally and you're healing the relationships outside of you, and that duality and that combination is super potent.
It's so cool because these are such manifestation crystals. Even though it's just the inner child and not a full manifestation crystal, it's still these. You can work with manifestation. I would take these and like put this in the center of a manifestation grid because especially this one, like this, you can stand it up and it still goes up. Or you put this as just one of your crystals in your grid in a manifestation grid.
I love that.
But it's not just for that, because also it heals past life trauma, just like the Kunite does, like you were saying. And it can also be worked to boost the energies of the other stones and intentions around you. Because it is quartz, so it will like magnify everything else around it. And
it is what's interesting is it's a double terminated. But if you think about what inner child is, it's a double point. It's a point within a point. So it's like a double in a way. So that's why you feel like the vibration is so much more intense with a piece like this, because
this one here has a whole stone all the way through it.
Isn't that incredible, you guys? You can really, oh, look at that. You can see the whole bar, like, boop. It's a double inner child on a double terminated. I can't believe you're getting that for $99. It's rad. So congratulations. It's just fun to show you that stuff. We do still have some hummingbird rattles left, not a lot of them. The hummingbird rattles are $42. And by the way, if you haven't been rattled, I do want to show you the best. If you have an argument, if somebody upsets you, if you get kind of like shocked, if something happens to you and it kind of jars you or rattles you, the ceremony is, with your right hand, to move the rattle from the top, the crown chakra, down to the root and back to the heart, and then out to the left arm, follow the left arm all the way through and back to the heart, and then out to the right arm, follow the right arm through and back to the heart, and then finish at the heart. And then you can have the person turn around and do the same thing down their back, because energy gets stuck.
Oh, yeah.
On back here. If you're alone, you can do it to yourself. But focus on the heart area, like behind your heart. I rattle at least once a day. So having a rattle for me, I've got literally rattles everywhere. I've got a rattle in my bathroom at home, because sometimes I'll get home from work and it's just like I just need to kind of like, or I'll get home from, baseball game or whatever, and it's just I gotta move the energy a little bit. So you'll be amazed at how much you use this once you start. And then if you go to drum circles and stuff, you become the heartbeat keeper, you know what I mean? You become it's such an important part of the drum circle process. And even if somebody's just doing a heartbeat, you can double time with a rattle more easily than you can with a drum.
Yep.
So anyway, congratulations. I got to rattle my throat. Get my little cough out. So yeah, those are $42. They're handmade in Peru. Like I said, have the hummingbird on them. We just fell in love with them. They're so beautiful. And I believe the handle is chonta wood, which is a really sacred ceremonial wood. And you can actually see the little chonta wood makes like a little flower shape on the bottom. Shaman use it as sometimes in exorcisms, but it's really to remove unwanted dark energy in the field. So the whole thing is real and sacred and from the source, from top to bottom. So congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
It's the real deal. if you're only going to have one rattle in your collection, that's the one I would recommend to you. I think there's seeds inside. It's always different, you know what I mean? But the sound of that, I can usually tell what's inside versus rice. You know, rice makes a finer sound.
Yeah.
It's a little more, you can tell when there's seeds because there's a little more noise. And then you can tell when there's beans because it's a totally different rattle. So rattle makers will use everything from a very fine sand to small seeds to beans to, you know. Yeah. Congratulations. I'm glad you're getting one. Okay.
So these are really cool hairpins. I don't know if you've noticed, I've had one in my hair this whole time. I love it. It gives it like a little extra
It's so extra.
flair. And I love, if you guys didn't know, I love doing my hair in different ways and putting things in my hair. So I just love it because it's like now I can bring these sacred energies into my hairstyles.
Yeah, it's totally true. And it's a double-sided. So this is kind of an older school item, okay? We don't do hair pins as much as we used to, or hair combs. But if you wear your hair up, I do at home. I wear my hair sometimes in a bun or like in a long ponytail. If you do that, this goes right on the top of your ponytail or right on the top of your chignon or whatever kind of, you know, hair clip you're using. And it becomes like a crown. So imagine that my hair is up. My hair isn't up right now, but like if it was up in a ponytail, you would slide it in. Trying to do this and look at you at the same time.
Can we give them the price really quick?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, these
$20
are $21.
I'm going to close my eyes to do this. I'll do a better job. So it kind of just gives you a little like, and if you push it down into your bun, you know, it's kind of like pops up like a little crown. And the two stones are citrine and Super 7, or carnelian, I should say, in Super 7.
Yeah.
So you can wear it on the carnelian side facing out, or you can wear it on the Super 7 side facing out. Isn't that beautiful? So it just depends on your mood and also your outfit. Like maybe you're picky. I'm not that picky. I tend to think of these as both being kind of like, I don't know, neutrals kind of.
Yeah.
You know, because what does an orange go with? Really, it kind of goes with everything. But the Super 7 is a very light Super 7, so you can wear it that way or you can wear it the other way. And what's cool about these too is if you don't want to use a scrunchie or anything to hold your hair up, you can actually just put your hair in a loose bun and stick it in. I've got ridiculously long hair. So it does take a lot of strength to hold my hair. So I can't just put it up on its own. And my hair's really soft, so it falls out.
Mine.
Yeah.
There's no scrunchie.
Oh, did you really? You
There's
just
no
did it with that?
scrunchie.
Well, what's this thing?
That is just, that was one pin to hold my loose.
Is that a bobby pin?
Yeah, because my bangs are loose.
That's a cute bobby pin, though. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like a normal bobby pin, is it?
No, they're little, I have little screws.
Really?
They're bobby pin screws.
What?
Yeah, you don't know about it?
No.
And so I have a lot of hair.
I do too.
I have a whole lot of hair. I can bring more.
Okay.
And over half of it is up.
You screw your hair down?
I screw my hair down.
I was 50 years old when I learned about screwing your hair down.
What's that?
It's a hair screw. So
Grass.
I found these and I love them because they hold your hair up extremely well.
Hi,
a
Tesla.
hair
No,
screw.
you're not late. You're learning about... What the fuck is that? Hey, how do you... No, show me now how you put that in your hair. Now I have to...
So I grab my little extra bangies that are here, put it in, and I just screw it in.
Dude, do you know about these things? Why did no one tell me this? Plus, it's kind of sexy. Okay, well, whatever. We're not giving you the hair screws. Apparently, that's BYO hair screw, and then we're giving you the hair comb to put in. But I had no idea. I'm going to screw my hair until you know, for the rest of my life now.
And I love them because they don't break your hair.
That's rad. Hashtag hair screws. Whatever. Now I know. I learn new things all the time. Okay, so now you need to go get a hair screw, and then you need to get your hair comb. Yeah, we'll show you the rattle again in a couple minutes. I'll rattle for you again. Congratulations. I know.
Breaking things a little. Team SG, we're going to do item 28 and 35 right now. Robin has them both right here. Just the
Oh,
same
no, that makes
stone,
sense. That
both
makes a lot of
jewelry.
sense. Yeah. Okay.
Make sure we can show everything
So
to everyone
we-
before 6.
We have a wardrobe. Oh, do we have to end at 6 today?
We just want to make sure we get as much in
Okay.
while everyone's
Okay.
here.
Got it. Okay. We're doing pretty good on time. We do want to show you. This makes sense to do the Charoite and the jewelry together. So we have a necklace, a pendant, and we have the bracelet. The pendant is the first time I've ever seen charoite with pink damberite.
Yeah.
That smaller stone underneath that is not rose quartz. That's pink damberite. Pink damberite is the most valuable of all the colors of damberite. It comes from the Chakra mine in Mexico. Damberite removes unwanted energy. Charoite, we talked about earlier, is for courage. So this is removing obstacles to your courage and your strength. Dragonfly helps you shape shift and become the highest version of yourself. The pendant is $209 in sterling silver. The cuff totally complements it. The cuff is charoite, again, courage, with amethyst for peace. Has amethyst at your wrists too. And then it has a seahorse on the top, which is about moving through all levels and layers of consciousness. That's what seahorse does. So you could get them together. The cuff is also in sterling silver. It's beautiful. It's $799. Retail is $999. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love the intensity of those really dark Brazilian amethysts next to the charoite. And the charoite has a manganese heart in it. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, it does.
I saw that yesterday. I'm like, oh, it's got a little black manganese heart in it. So you don't have to get the pendant and the bracelet or the cuff, but I think it's smart to show them together in case whoever gets the one wants to get the other, because that's an incredible wardrobe of kind of matching but not matching, not matchy charoite jewelry. So congratulations if you're getting those pieces. Okay, we can do a couple of things kind of quickly. I don't think this next one is going to take us very long because it's one of my favorite rings in the wholesale, and there's nobody in your life who doesn't need this ring. This is so cool. Congratulations again. Brittany got the pendant. Congratulations, cutie. I'm so glad you got that. Hi, Heather. So this ring is, wait for it. We're going to show you right now.
The bee's knees.
Black retail in quartz, hand carved into hexagons in sterling silver, fully adjustable, and they're all this quality. Like, this is optical tourmalinated quartz. It is holy shit time. These are only $69. The original price was $93. The retail is $129. So $69. I have 3 dozen of them. The related quartz is from Brazil. Those bars are black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is the most protective stone for people, places, and things. So it protects your place in your space, protects you. Everything physical around you gets protected by black tourmaline. And the hexagon represents divine balance. So this is an incredible ring.
Yeah. When I saw these, I was just like, oh my gosh. I have a thing for tourmalinated quartz.
Me too.
Whether it's black tourmaline, green, pink, I just love tourmaline and quartz.
Yeah.
But when it is this crystal clear, and then I love how they faceted it where it bevels up here, so it gives it a different layer and dimension, is just...
Yeah, it kind of comes up, and then you have the table of the stone, but it's really dimensional. It's a great shot for Robin to show you how it's like you're looking at it, and it looks like kind of it's all one-dimensional, but then she shows you how it's not, and it's incredible, you guys. So yes, fully adjustable, sterling silver, all the things.
And you have to remember, just for the earth to create this stone, it took extremely high temperature and pressure, where basically that quartz was liquefied, and then the tourmaline was there, and the tourmaline had to harden first and be created first before the quartz was able to harden around it.
Yeah.
And that's how it has to happen to be this crystal clear.
Yeah.
If the temperature is off just a little bit and the quartz hardened first, then you're going to have other trace minerals in there because those are still floating around in that molten. So the inclusions had to harden first, and then the quartz had to harden around it.
It's so cool to know. It really is like, it's like history stopped in time, but it's in service of your protection. I just think they're divinely gorgeous. So I'm glad you like the ring. I knew you would.
And it's fully adjustable, guys.
Yeah. Honestly, like, everybody needs that. And I kind of like it. I find that to be a very universal design. I don't think there's anybody who can't wear that ring. So,
yeah.
Okay. So the next crystal I want to say is one I haven't worked with before until we had it here for the sale. It's affordable. It's rare. And it's a stone of loyalty and serenity. This is the ultimate stone to work with if you are trying to either heal your partnership or call in a different kind of partnership that's more supportive and in service to you. This is hydroborosite with anhydrite from Germany. Mm-hmm. These are incredible pieces.
Yeah, these, it's very hard to come by these. You don't see them very often. And
We don't have that many pieces. We have like 30 pieces total.
Yeah, so we only have a very small amount. This size is 1 to 1.5 inch for $39. This one is 1.5 to 2 inch, and that is $59.
We only have 11 of the larger size. We have more of the smaller pieces.
Yeah. So the hydroborosite, is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think so. Hydroborosite or borosite.
Hydroborosite. I learned by reading, guys, not by hearing. So
you hear people talk about it sometimes, but it's very rare. And anhydrite you do hear quite a bit about. And anhydrite is called angel wingstone. Have you heard of this? I have a friend who works with anhydrite and says if you touch someone with anhydrite, that you're touching them with an angel's wing. So she works with it as a crystal healer for connecting people physically with angelic energy, but I'm curious to hear what you say about hydroborosite.
So that's one thing that I think is really cool about this stone is hydroborosite is hydrated borite. It's full of calcium and magnesium, but then the anhydrite is dehydrated. So in order to make anhydrite, it is a dehydrated crystal, but the hydroborosite is a hydrated crystal.
Isn't that cool?
So that's why it's so rare, because you have to have such an exact meld of water, mix of water with the calciums and the magnesiums that are in there, and at a different rate to be able to make a hydration and a dehydration at the same time.
Isn't that cool?
So that's what you're seeing there. And the hydroborosite is this clear crystal that you're seeing up here, and the anhydrite is this darker mineral up here. And as you can tell that it's a hydrated mineral when it goes clear like this, and it's going to be a dehydrated mineral when it's going to go more opaque and hard like this. So that's a great way to tell the difference when you have this. I love the crystal structure on these. If I can get it, there you go. See how all those trigonal growths?
You see all that? It's like, it literally is like an angelic kingdom. It's they're magical, and I think it's so cool that something like this so rare is still affordable. Like sometimes you see things like this that are so rare, and it's like it's untouchable.
And that's really cool because these release negative energy and emotions.
Yep.
So, and they promote emotional balance, stability, and encourage spiritual growth. But you can't have spiritual growth if you're having like all those negative like energy and emotions weighing you down.
It's true.
So you have to strip it off. You have to get it away from you so you can bloom into who you need to be.
I love that, Robin.
So yeah, dehydrate yourself, then rehydrate yourself in a better way.
Dehydrate, rehydrate.
Congratulations.
You want magical runes, Jenberry? I see you. We need to bring more runes. We went through kind of like our rune era at Sage Goddess where we made like a lot of different gemstone runes.
I had an addiction to getting them made.
Well, got Odin's daughter over here. But I love me some good runes. I do. And then we had the rune dice, which I loved because it's like all the runes in, kind of a smaller package. But duly noted, darling. We will look for you. Congratulations.
I just told Hannah yesterday that I'm collecting bones because I want to make my own set of runes.
Oh, right on.
Carved out a bone.
Yeah, I have a friend who did that. Yeah. She had little, don't ask me where she got her little bones from, but she had little bones. Okay. Speaking of little bones, let's talk about incense burners. I don't know how to do that. I love how they set it up here. We moved this big hook thing around the office because it's so rad for hanging stuff on. But this is a beautiful incense burner / sun catcher. So the way these work, you want to take it down, Sean? You can hang it, obviously. And I like to take things like this outside and hang them in my trees and stuff, too. So you don't just have to hang that inside. But these are all glass, right? Little faceted glass drops. And then the lid comes off. And you put your charcoal in there. So you have a little dish to hold your charcoal disc. And you put your incense on top.
You can also use incense with the mako powder in there, too.
Anybody Orthodox? Like, this is like straight up Greek Orthodox church. I'm like, You can also do it both ways. So you can do the cross over the space with your smoke. But the smoke comes up through the holes in the top. And what I love is it's the perfect size to hold in your finger. So you literally can move it around your space and then hang it when you're not working with it. This is like magic for your ceremonies. And what's crazy is the price. So we have, these are $22 each. $22 for, and look at the moon and the little
that's what
faceted glass sun.
That's what I was going to say. One of the things I really like about this one is it has the moon there, but these are also sun catchers. So it's bringing in both your lunar energy and your solar energy into this. And then whatever incense you're burning, you're going to have that essence going through.
I fixed it. It wasn't straight. The chain can get kind of wonky, so sometimes you'll just want to watch that. That's why I leave it hanging when I'm not working with it. But it's one of my favorite incense burners. We thought you guys would love it too. Yeah.
Great for outside. I mean, just think it's like if you're having like a nice little barbecue outside or like a little picnic outside in your backyard, and that was hanging up and you had some incense coming out over the whole area. And the sun
I have this one on my bedroom patio, so I have a little hook off the wall, and I just leave it. Like I'll take everything off and light the charcoal and put the incense on, and then put the lid on and let it do its magic. Isn't that pretty?
You can also burn smudge in there.
Karina George is so smart. This is her hide a key in her backyard garden.
That's
Brilliant.
so cool.
No one's gonna look in your incense burner,
That's
honey.
really cool.
You guys are so smart. I swear to God, I'm like, that's next level. I don't have a hide a key. I don't do that. But when I bought my house, they had this really fucked up weird cat, like plastic, shitty, horrible, ugly.
I had a few of those,
Did
like
you?
random like dogs or signs around my garden that I was like, who left this
But
here?
like,
and what
with like there's a
decade?
little like magic door under him, and it's like a hide a key. And honestly, if I was looking for a hide a key, I would go straight to the ugly resin cat. I'd be like, that's
Or,
absolutely
like, the
where it is.
gnome or whatever. I was like, it's definitely there.
I kept it, by the way, that shitty cat, because I just couldn't bring myself to throw it away, and it's even shittier now because now it's old and like weather beaten. He has no junk in his trunk though. Anyway, long story short, now you're learning what you can do with this.
Oh, Jen, I'm always in the mood for a barbecue. Always.
I want a barbecue.
Speaking of that, tiger's eye iron.
Oh. I was like, really?
Really? Who's got barbecue?
Jared's gonna have a good segue. Okay.
I was like, I have the segue for you.
Yeah, no, we're moving on to
It's a beautiful
Tiger's
ring, though.
Tiger Iron. Okay, so Tiger Iron is really cool. Straight to the resin cat. I'm serious though. I was like, y'all, really? What's Tiger Iron? Red, jasper, yellow, jasper, and
Hematite.
So it's such a powerhouse combination because red jasper strengthens you, yellow jasper reminds you that you are enough. You don't have to change to be better or different in order to be loved. And then hematite is for grounding and protection. In sterling silver, open on the back, adjustable. So a lot of you have been looking for a ring that kind of like, I don't know, addresses all of your issues and challenges. This is so good for lower chakra stuff, which we all need. Empaths need lower chakra jewelry. This is root chakra, solar plexus, medicine for you. I have 11 of these. They're 119. The retail is about 149.
And this is a
So
statement
congratulations.
piece too. Like,
Yeah, no,
it takes
it's-
up your finger, and I have some long fingers, man.
She's got long fingers, so let me put it on my hand to show you. But I love a bigger ring. You know me, I don't shy away from bold jewelry. If you're gonna wear it, you might as well wear it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that says back off to bad vibes.
Yep.
That's your back off bad vibe ring.
I love it. It's so grounding, but nurturing at the same time. I always love because the red jasper that's in there.
I love
It's
the little
I know it's so sparkly.
markings. Yeah, it's really
The red
beautiful.
jasper in there is also known as it's a Native American healing stone.
Yep.
And so when you wear it, it heals you not just physically but emotionally as well. And then combining that with that yellow jasper that also lets you know that you're good enough. Those two together is just a powerhouse. And then hematite is also known, like if you have a bruise and you put hematite on there, it will clear that up.
Yep.
So
There's nothing more grounding than hematite.
mm-mm.
Like in the mineral world, this is like the
Yeah.
queen of hematites.
119.
Oh, they did mention it?
I know.
Okay.
119.
So you're going in.
Oh, we didn't say the price. Okay.
I thought we did.
I thought we did.
119.
So anyway, we have to wait for Team SG as soon as.
We've definitely said it now, Robin.
Hey, Robin, how much is it?
Crickets.
Well, holds back now.
This is giving a little bit of our old Tucson evenings. Yeah. We don't have a full bar here where Jared is bartending, but other than
my
that, that's
gosh.
really the best cocktails of my life.
I want another one of those cocktails,
The
Jared.
best we can do at SG is maybe like some wine might be around somewhere.
Oh, but we had a lot of good things that night. But and then we all talked about pasta pomodoro, and then we didn't make it. And I literally came home and I'm like craving pasta. I still didn't get over it. I think I ate pasta pomodoro for a week.
Oh,
So we're all cooks, right? And so we're like, let's make pasta pomodoro for dinner.
So ambitious for a Tucson trip.
Well, the fucking stove didn't work. Like the pilot wasn't
no
lit.
It's not even just a stove. There was like no gas for the house.
And by the way, I love you, Tucson, but your delivery options suck. So we're like, we have no stove. We're all cooks. And now we're going to order pizza or like whatever we did. So anyway, that was a flashback to Tucson. Not that you needed to have that. I don't know where that came from, but now you know. New Zealand. Okay.
What is it?
Help me help you. Chlorite. Chlorite. I know. Chlorite is one of the most physical healing inclusions you can have in quartz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a true story. The first quartz generator I ever bought myself, which I still have, and it was on the size of the one on the left side of your screen, was a chlorite and quartz generator. And it's because I've always had different challenges. They've always been kind of different, but I'm one of those people who has an autoimmune family living inside my body. So chlorite stabilizes the central nervous system. It helps to decrease inflammation. It helps to support and ease physical discomfort. And it also heals the heart. Mm-hmm. So it's also an emotional healer. I love how the chlorite looks like God pulled it through in these little wisps through the core. It's so beautiful. But that's how chlorite you often find it. It might be good to show through the flashlight with the larger one. So we have, it's really cool because we have 3 different sizes of these. No, two different sizes. Okay, so 3 to 4 inches are $69 and 5 to 6 inches are $89. When I bought mine, which was about 25 years ago, I paid almost $100 for the 3 to 4 inch. So what's really cool is you're getting it at a better price than I got it back in the day. But truly, if you need physical healing or you want to build a physical healing grid, this should be the centerpiece of it. There are very few stones other than chlorite and quartz that I would recommend as a centerpiece if you're making a healing grid.
Yeah. This one has so much chlorite in it that it's almost not translucent.
Yeah, I know. You can see it, though.
You can see it, though. But the thing is that I wanted to also show is, like, on this smaller one here, if you look, the quartz itself is green.
It is green. Mm-hmm.
So the chlorite in it isn't just the opaque that you're seeing. There's so much chlorite in it that it's actually made the quartz itself a green color because it's holding that as a trace mineral within the quartz. So a lot of times when you find a chlorite in quartz, you're going to see a little bit of chlorite, but then the stone itself is going to be clear, which is totally fine. Mm-hmm. But this one, because it's a green quartz due to chlorite, plus the visible chlorite inclusions, you don't see that very often.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's beautiful. So congratulations. Mm-hmm. And we know that a lot of you are working on physical healing. And there's not that many stones that are really strong for physical healing and also pain relief and inflammation and all the things. So it's really good if you have physical challenges. And like I said, if you don't and you're a crystal healer, as you build your collection, you need to think about what you need to have for people who might work with you and not just the things that you need for your own practice too. So this is something, sometimes we build grids for other people. There's no better centerpiece and we almost never have them. So congratulations. And by the way, mine is all quartz with like a green wisp. Like, just to say that there is chloride here. Mine is not fancy. You would look at mine and go, this is so much nicer. And it is because it's got a heavier amount of the chloride in the matrix. So congratulations. Stoked for you. Okay, this next one is kind of fun. If you were looking for something really affordable and something that I think is an absolute must-have for your altar, it's a stone chalice. Like it's on everybody's metaphysical bucket list. And these are really beautiful green-black zebra jasper. And the chalice is carved from one piece. Mm-hmm. The original price on these was almost $40. Tonight they're $24. And they're heavy. So when you put a chalice on your altar, it represents water, it actually is really good for you to have something to drink ceremonial beverages from because it changes the vibration. This kind of jasper is all about your inner wild and
it's about bringing out your inner wild woman, bringing out your inner just oomph.
Your temptress.
Yeah. And the white calcite that you can see here, the white pieces going through, it's a crystal of contentment and clarity. And it absorbs negative energies and transmutes them, amplifying positive energy.
I love that.
And then the black calcite, the blacky green calcite that you see, that's a powerful crystal for grounding, purification, and protection. So it's healing energies. It has rich, deep, and healing from the past, and it frees you from those limitations.
Yeah.
And that's just when the stones are separate. So then when you bring them together, you're releasing everything that you have. You are like absorbing all these different energies, and you can just become who it is that you want to be.
Yeah, it's about authenticity. You know, zebra jasper is that we used to say it's the wild woman stone. It's about like allowing yourself to be fully who you are, which is the work of a lifetime. But I just think it's really beautiful as an altar piece. And like I said, so many of us just like it's bucket list to have a stone chalice. So to get one for less than $25 because it's going to ship to you for free if you're in the US and $5 anywhere else. Like that's really cool because these are heavy. But I love the metaphysical properties of it too. So that's your priestess chalice. That's your queen chalice. That's your, yep.
Well, I love it because it's like the name zebra jasper, of course, was after the zebra itself. And when you have zebra as your spirit animal, what that animal does is it teaches you to live in harmony with yourself and without sacrificing who you are or what you are to anyone else, and to understand that who you are is special.
No, I love that. Robin.
So show your stripes, because each zebra stripes is like our fingerprints.
They're so different.
Each one is different and unique to itself, and it shows off those stripes with pride and glory. And you try to go after that zebra, and it'll kick you. Because guess what? It is who it is.
That's not where I thought you were going. Like the kicking part.
Well, it's me.
I'm like, I'm with you through the whole authenticity, wild child, and I'm like, now I'm going to kick you?
Because somebody tried to change him.
Actually, I would kick somebody if they tried to change me.
Right?
Yeah, I would. And I'm short, you know, like, short people, that's all we've got. I'm not really, like, if I hit you, it's not going to hurt. But if I kick you, you're going to feel it for a minute. I don't go around kicking people, but I mean, not that
Wait for a second.
Yeah.
Hey.
Are they safe to drink hot beverages in? Yes, that one is. Sometimes your chalices, you got to be careful with your temperature. That is a stronger stone, so you're going to be less likely to harm it by putting a hot.
Thanks, Dave.
Zebras will kick you. Those shitty zebras. Okay. Now, I'm excited for Robin to tell you this because we were talking about it earlier, and it's one of those like.
Sold zebra a life one, Dave.
I don't have any
I knew
zebras
someone
today.
had a zebra, and then like the zoo like collected it back from them.
I would have a zebra as a pet. Okay. Go ahead, Robin. This is called Army Jasper from Madagascar, and we have 24 of these pieces. I'm going to let her take it away. They're $59 each, and they do have quartz in the matrix, so it can be used as a centerpiece of a grid. But wait till you hear the story. It's really cool.
So, I don't know if you guys were all here with me a couple of shows ago where I was talking about cosmic jasper.
Yeah.
And I introduced this stone a little bit during that because it goes along with this whole story. When they were first mining in Madagascar, and of course, in Madagascar, that's where you get your ocean jaspers from. So when they were first mining there, going through trying to find whatever they could, because they didn't know what was going to come out of there at that time. This is the main thing that they were finding. And as you can see, it's mainly just these yellow, browns, and some greens in there. And that's why they called it Army Jasper. It's because it looked like, you know, the camouflage and everything that you're seeing. And so it's like they didn't have the orbs really. Some of them have a little bit of orbs that you need to have that ocean jasper that's completely from Madagascar. It's a sign of Madagascar.
Yes, Jalen. Yep.
So But this was a long time ago.
This is pre-ocean jasper,
Pre-ocean jasper.
which
This
is no longer mined. As far as I know, this was what they found before they found the current stock of ocean jasper. So it's kind of like, it's like OG ocean jasper, but it still has all the metaphysical properties of ocean jasper. So happiness, alignment, joy, right? We always think of ocean jasper as being a stone of being in flow, allowing things to come to you with ease and grace. So, but like I said, we have very few of them. It's just a really special kind of like OG ocean.
Yeah. So this is the very beginning of the very first vein mining of ocean jasper. This is what
cool.
they found. And I don't know how we came across it because from my knowledge they're not finding it anymore.
No, I was told they don't have it anymore.
So this is old stock that somebody found,
Isn't that cool?
carved and created these. And so I can't believe we have it.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have it.
Did Team SG put the price up yet? It's
It's $59.
yeah, $59.
They're
We have
5 to 5.5 inches.
Yep. We have 2 dozen.
And the greens that you're seeing in there, that is coming from iron oxide and chromium. And then the browns, yellows that you're seeing is from iron oxide, chromium, and then also a mixture of calcium carbonate and copper.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that's what was found, or that's what was in there, and that's what created it. And so this was the first OG. Then when they were digging more and more, that's when they found the blues and purples, and that's when they renamed it to cosmic jasper, but that didn't happen until 2017.
Yeah. And it did look kind of like celestial in a way. It was a very different stone.
Yeah, and so it's like, to have this, I don't know how many pieces that there are, even in the world, carved, because back when they were first
And if you
finding
love
it...
ocean jasper, like this is, you know, you have to have it for your collection, I think.
Exactly, because like I said, this must have been some leftover rough that was at the bottom of the pile because they thought nobody would want it because it didn't have the orbs of the ocean jasper. I saw this, fell in love with this. I was just like, mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it.
No, it's super. Like, yeah, we look for things like this that have these incredible stories and histories, and so yeah, if you want the OG ocean jasper, that's it. I'm so sorry.
I love the cracks in it too. For me, when I see a stone like this and it has these natural cracks and formations in it, I just love it. Just it's showing you that it doesn't care. It's still beautiful, even though it's cracked up.
Well, and sometimes the quartz in ocean jasper can be, or the cracks in ocean jasper can be where quartz is in the veining. So sometimes, like when you see those cracks, you should look because sometimes you'll see druzy or you'll
pockets.
see other, because quartz, what those cracks are is a growth interruption, right? So the ocean jasper is growing. Sometimes it's a tectonic shift, like there'll be an earthquake and that'll force the crack, and then and that's when other minerals sort of get into the matrix, and that's true of all of your stones. But I do notice like some really interesting color patterning. Like part of me wonders what else is going on in the matrix because the cracks tend to have different coloring and patterning. So when you get it, you're gonna just have fun looking at look at the orbits on the bottom. Because you do find those, it's orbicular. Ocean jasper is a form of orbicular jasper, which means it has those orbits or eyes. That's kind of a telltale sign. But this is literally time. That first layer grew, and then the second layer, and then the third layer. So you could think that could be 10,000, 20,000, 10,000, 20,000 years in formation for this stone to come to you.
Yeah.
And I taught my students, I mean, I know we don't have a lot of time, but Madagascar is one of the biggest islands in the world. It's off the southern coast of Africa. And if you look at the shape of Madagascar and the shape of the African continent, they match like puzzle pieces because Madagascar broke off. So Madagascar was part of the African continent before it rebelled and decided it wanted to be its own country. But it's a beautiful place. I mean, like magically beautiful place. So anyway, cheers and
Congratulations, guys.
One of my favorite stones of the whole show is next. We never have it. I'm super stoked that we have it for you tonight. Some of my favorite things in the whole show are still to come, so I hope you can stay with us for a few more minutes. I'll be quick about this because we only have 16 of the small and 11 of the medium. Oh, it's there. This is wolfenite. Okay. Wolfenite is one of the main stones of success, achievement. So we talk about success at a lot of different times, like green aventurino, good luck, new fertility, new opportunities. That's great, and you need that. But you can partner it with something like wolfenite, which almost guarantees a successful outcome to your ventures. It's thought to increase your intelligence, your charisma, your magnetism. It's thought to bring success and positive outcomes to all of your efforts. So I love it. It's one of the stones associated with Leo. It's also a solar plexus stone, which you know is always my jam. Mm-hmm. So the small pieces, 1 to 2 inches, are $59. Should be around $99. Wolfenite's rare. And these come from Mexico, by the way. And then the larger pieces, 2 to 3 inches, I only have 11 of those, $79. And it's beautiful too. It looks like, I mean, what else have you seen in the gem and mineral world that looks like wolfenite? It's like these golden yellow plates of magic.
It's beautiful.
You thought it was cake?
It is a very fragile stone, so I am going to say that when you get it, definitely handle it with care.
Yeah,
because it is a fragile stone. It's brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Like the blades itself won't really break, but it'll break off the matrix a little easy.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on that. But the color in this comes from a mixture of iron and manganese.
Yep.
And then you can see on that, on the matrix that it's on, that little bit of a glitter in there, that's a little bit of goethite that you're actually seeing on that matrix. Mm-hmm. So it grows with there as well.
Sometimes
and that's
you see apatite too.
Sometimes you see apatite. That is true. But I just wanted to let you know that the matrix that these are sitting on are also just stunning as well, due to the little trace minerals in there. And they all glitter and they all have that little extra. I just love it because it removes blockages. Mm-hmm. It's like the Ganesha of stones in a lot of ways.
It is. And we think about Ganesha as being aligned with success and achievement and like good outcomes to the things that you do. Titanite and Wolfenite are 2 of my secret weapons.
Yeah.
Like if you really want to guarantee success in something and you want to do like a stone spell with it, Titanite, Wolfenite, Titanite, Wolfenite, Titanite, Wolfenite.
You need the little...
Titanite and Wolfenite will make you successful. I'm not going to do that. I don't even have a rattle. Thank you so much.
Welcome to our show.
It's bad. There's this really funny lady on TikTok. I don't remember what her name is, but she cracks my shit up. I watch her sometimes when I'm just like, I can't handle anything else. And so she's so funny. And I love her because she doesn't care. So she'll be like talking and she's polished and articulate, and then she'll like start making these weird faces and like sing these horrible songs, and then she'll go, don't do that, you shouldn't do that, nobody wants to see that, and then it's a flashback to like her looking normal, and I'm like, I should do that, except it makes her look a little odd, you know what I mean, because it's like flashing between like her normal polished self and her like fucked up shitty song self. I'll have to find out where she is. She needs to work here. Honestly, she needs to be part of our SGTV crew. But literally she tells herself, like, don't do that. Nobody wants to see that. That's unattractive. Okay. Shells.
I wanted to bring back some OG to us.
OG. SG. You guys are rattling for us. This is where it all began. White sage bundles and abalone shells. I mean, you know, a lot of my early training in magic was very basic, and this is as basic as you get, whether you look at Native American practice, which is primarily where you see Salvia apiana, which is white sage, because it really is indigenous to the native or the U.S. Southwest, all the way from Baja California to about Santa Barbara, and then east to the Anza Borrego Desert, so that it really doesn't grow outside of that region. It's a fickle little plant. You water it too much, it dies. You don't water it enough, it dies. But nothing negative can be present in where there's white sage smoke. It is the exorcism herb. And then it's the big gun, I like to call it. And then abalone shells are big magic. They represent water, and sage represents fire and air. So, and then if you add a stone to that, then you have earth, and that really sort of anchors your elements on your altar. So if you don't want to put a chalice on your altar, an abalone shell is a great alternative to hold the element of water. These are $39 each. You get the abalone shell and the white sage bundle together. And I'll tell you something, abalone shells have doubled in price over the last 2 years. I know this because I look at these things. And do you know why? Because in some places they're being over harvested.
Yes.
We only get abalone shells where we know they are sustainably harvested, because that's a problem.
Yeah.
So, but because there's not as many, in fact, we went 1 or 2 years and we couldn't get a single because they were so gone. So Abalone shells used to be a little more affordable. This is actually very affordable for an abalone shell and bundle set because you just can't get abalone shells anymore. So if you have good abalone shells, and especially big abalone shells, you should really hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming anymore.
Yeah.
We're not seeing them. So yeah, $39 if you want the duo of... Honestly, all you need. Then you light your sage, you put it in the shell, and you carry the shell around the corners of your house to clear the energy.
I mean, I think almost every single person that works here has a set like this sitting on their desk.
Yep.
It's because
It's the basic.
It's basic. It's needed. It's wanted. I was actually burning sage on my desk today, and I had a little mixture that I made, and I put it on a little Palo Santo.
Did you?
Yeah, I keep a little Palo Santo in there, and then I like to light a few different types of smudge. So there'll be some white sage, some juniper, some cedar, and then I put it all there on loose on top of my Palo Santo and I light it. And so that way it brings everything together.
That's so cool. That's really cool.
And one thing I think is really cool about abalone shells also, they're so powerful. It's made up of a thick layer of iridescent mother of pearl. As you can see here, you can really see that mother of pearl.
And then the big thing we need to tell you.
Oh, these are all polished on
they're
the back
polished
as well.
Yeah, so this is not like a basic abalone shell.
Mm-mm.
And that's why I'm telling you, you never see polished.
Yeah.
If you do, like in Tucson, they were selling polished shells like this for $50 a shell.
Yeah.
Because it looks like jewelry. So I wanted to show them the back just because sometimes you'll see it's beautifully polished on the inside, but then you turn it over and it's like rough and natural, which is pretty too. But this is polished on all sides. So no matter where you sit it and how you carry it, I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, but with the mother of pearl, did you know that the mother of pearl itself is 3,000 times stronger than a single crystal of calcium carbonate? And calcium carbonate is what the shell is made up of.
Isn't that cool, you guys? I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and honestly, I've never broken a shell, and I'm not gentle with my ceremonial tools. So these are incredibly tough. One of the things I love is if you look at the holes along the edge.
I love how they...
Look at that. I mean, they graduate. There's such incredible geometry in our universe that mesmerizes me in every way. So.
It's like they're growth rings.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, they're gorgeous, guys. So enjoy. Polished abalone.
Lightning round vibes.
I know. Well, this is one of my favorite things. So I'll just be really quick and tell you we have 5 of these bracelets. It's ocean kyanite. They're $74. I do want them to see the translucency, so I don't know if you need a flashlight. Kyanite is the only stone that instantly aligns and balances all of your chakras. And ocean kyanite comes from Africa. It's blue and green, and it's like teal. It's translucent. We never have ocean kyanite bracelets. So this should be closer to $100. Ocean kyanite is the rarest kyanite on the planet because of that translucency that you're seeing and the color that you're seeing. So this is not Brazilian kyanite. Nothing against Brazilian kyanite, but this is a whole different. The holes are natural. In your, I thought you were asking about the beads, and I'm like, well, nature didn't drill your beads for your bracelet, but you mean the holes in the abalone shells? Those are natural.
Yeah.
So anyway, congratulations. I knew you would love that. I love it so much. And then I love this pendant as much as I love the citrine. Are you having a moment when you look at it? It's like, this is Imperial Jasper with Kunite. So Imperial Jasper soothes your fears and your insecurities. It's known as a queen stone. It comes from the Sonoran Desert in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only region where, and it's kind of rainbowy. All the pieces, it's like a river of rainbow in Imperial Jasper. So this is for sovereignty and healing. Kunite is the stone that heals the healer. So it has a very priestess energy to me. I think it's absolutely beautiful. We designed it, had the stones cut and everything for it. I only have 36 of them. They're $99. It should be $159, $169 for this pendant at a minimum.
Oh yeah.
It's sterling. It's open on the back. The chain is sterling. But I will say this piece, I think, should be kind of worn on its own. By the way, the accents are rose gold. Did you see that?
The design looks very elven to me.
Yeah, it's giving Lord of the Rings. in like the best
In
way.
the best way, though.
Well, everything is good about Lord of the Rings. We can't be friends if you don't like Lord of the Rings. We can know each other, but we can't have an intimate relationship. But these, see the little, how sexy is the rose gold?
I love rose gold.
And it pops the pink in the Imperial Jasper because you're going to find pink in there too. Isn't that gorgeous?
And each one of
Yeah.
these Imperial Jasper stones is going to be different. The banding in Imperial Jasper is unique. It's never really the same in any two stones. You're
Yep.
going to have a range of different colors. So it really gives a different vibe to it.
It does. But they all have a little green in them, and they all have a little pink in them. So we thought the rose gold accent metal and the Kunite stones as accent stones were perfect. And it has a lotus design to it too. Do you see the
Yeah.
lotusy type petals around that? Which I love that. Lotuses are all about enlightenment. So there's a lot of symbolism. But I love the two hooks on the bail and how that connects to the chain. Like, that's very sexy.
I love it. I love it when it does that and the chain doesn't go all the way through.
Yeah, because it stays put. It doesn't like...
Yeah, it doesn't like go
my chains
around
don't
and then
have
you end
that.
up with a, like mine right now, my clasp is in the front because it fell around.
Heather, do you not like Lord of the Rings? I was sort of kidding, but, you know. We could be friends if you agreed to just sit there and pretend like you're enjoying it with me. that would be how we could fix that. Like, you could hate it, but just be sitting there smiling and I'll feed you popcorn. That's another way to be friends with me. Tell me it's good. Congratulations on that pendant. I mean, between that and the citrine pendants tonight, like, I don't know if there's more beautiful jewelry in the world. So Team SG, well done, by the way, on all of this. Okay. The next three things are really important. So stay here. I'll do it as fast as I can. These are polished, I believe they're double term. Congo. Are they all double term like that?
They're all like this, yeah.
Okay. From Africa, $39. I only have 11. You do not find 2-inch natural Congo double term polished pieces for $39. This is one of those times, the only time in this show where I really thought the price was a mistake. This is the most important stone for manifesting wealth and abundance. This is a great size to carry if you are new to crystals. Congo citrine is my favorite. I love African citrine. I think Brazilian is beautiful, but Congo is Congo. All the African stones have kind of an older, more intense vibration. So only 11 of those. That's like first come, first serve. IYK, and you do know. So congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Gorgeous. Hold it in your left hand to receive abundance. Hold it in your right hand to send abundance. Now, we do have surprise bags tonight. Everybody always asks. This queen right next to me is the one who makes them. We are putting it in our reusable Sage Goddess tote bag for you. And let me explain how this works. They're $99 each. We make 50 of them at a time. You get way more than you spend. She makes every one individually, and she actually kind of does an energy reading on you before she puts your treasures together. And it's always a mix of, I mean, you can talk more about it, but jewelry, gems, carvings, bath and body, all the things.
Yeah, so as most people have heard, I hoard a lot of stuff that I'm like, nope, that's not going in a sale. That stuff comes in the door, and yeah, we might sell some of it, but then there's a couple of pieces that are just better. I take them. I put them in here. And
So you're getting the extra special, like, cream on the top of what comes in from Sage Goddess. She really does set the special things aside. So sometimes you might think, well, is she putting the less good stuff in there? No, she's like saving the cream for you.
like, we might get something in, we might get some clear quartz points, right? But I might find some that are clearer or have a little rutile in them or have some manifestation points in them.
Something different about them that
And
sets them apart from everything else.
those come with me, and I put them in here.
And then they go to you.
Sometimes there'll be, and as we've talked earlier, my desk has a ton of stuff on it. And as I'm doing these, there might be something I'm like, you know what? That stone that's been sitting on my desk for 2 years, boop, that goes to this person. So,
And people post pictures of their surprise bags online, and even me sometimes I'm like, really, Robin?
And
I'm scrolling at
I
night,
saw
I'm
one
like,
in an apothecary today, and I was like, wait, I want that.
wait, there's like $300 worth of stuff in there.
Yeah, so I had a really nice like bowl or dish or something like that, and I was like, oh, I know how much that costs.
Look what Amanda said. This is going to be her 5th surprise bag.
Oh, yay! I'm so glad to build you another one, Amanda.
Now the pressure's on, so you don't repeat anything, Robin. You got to make
She
it
goes, "Wait,
really
this is exactly
original
what I
for her. Shit, Amanda. I'm just
No,
kidding.
'cause it's
now
like-
she's got you.
And then there's some stuff where I'm just like, you know what? I really, really like this. So I will like
Yeah.
have like some stuff that will repeat sometimes, simply because I want to give it to multiple people because
Yeah.
I think it's important. Like,
But even so, like I think the way you do it, it would probably be really hard to repeat anything. I mean,
Yeah.
you really do look at each one as like an entirely new. Anyway, so it's really good. This is not assembly line. This is Robin's heart and soul. Congratulations if you're getting one. You watched the whole thing for a surprise bag? Well, shit, Sandra Brown. I hope we entertained you. I'm sorry you had to live through all my songs to get here. I promise not to sing anymore. Okay. This last thing
So cool.
we're all stoked about. There's pyrite from different parts of the world. Peru, love it. And then
there's pyrite.
there's España pyrite. This is Spanish pyrite. And nobody does it like the Spaniards. These cubes are so pure, and it's cube on cube on cube. There's, like I said, there's pyrite, and then there's pyrite, what it wants to be when it grows up.
I know, it has a little
Ones, like,
baby
the little
pyrite
baby
up
cube.
there.
You guys, like, hey, guess what? Pyrite's a cubic stone. How do you know? Well,
This.
God's given you a bunch of evidence. And there's a little bit of quartz in some of these too. It's so cool. But the baby cubes, like I'm here for the baby cubes. These are only $69, but I only have 2 dozen of them. Self-confidence, courage, stamina, strength, magnetism, charm, charisma. Like pyrite is, it's your power piece. It's so fucking cool. Isn't that gorgeous? I know.
I love these. When I saw these, I was just like,
Oh,
I need this. I need one.
By the way, there's only 1 piece of the larger wolfenite and 3 pieces of the smaller ones for success.
What?
I know. Congrats on your pyrite.
And there's only one Imperial Jasper pendant left? Oh, it's gone.
I'm like, how is there
I was like,
any of
what?
that left? Congratulations on the pyrite.
Yes,
and
guys.
and it's cool because if you have Peruvian, now you'll have Spanish, and you can see the difference. What you really want one day, I don't have it for you right now, but you want to see, my friend Yasmina has one in her living room. It's so incredible. She's got the matrix with all of these Spanish cubes on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, it's incredible to just see, and you can stand next to it and like touch the cubes and meditate with them. But this is a good place to begin. Spanish pyrite is considered the premium pyrite in the world. So, and we never have it. So I thought it was really cool that we have some for you.
As you remember, as I've talked before about it, and she is correct, it is a cubic form. But it's also, it can be an octahedron.
That's true.
It can grow into spherical forms because it's a stone that evolves. It starts as iron-rich sedimentary deposits, and then it grows into masses. It can grow into stalactites, grains, globes, and as it grows, it can change form.
Yeah, we call that a pseudomorph. And, pyrite is the most common of pseudomorphs in the mineral world. So you'll see pyrite after goethite or goethite, or you'll see goethite after pyrite because it tends to have, it's a shape-shifting stone, which is really cool when you think about it. But there's something about the way those 2 cubes come together and that arrow underneath it, like, wait till you see your piece and they're all that gorgeous, but that's why there's only like 2 dozen of them. So isn't that gorgeous? It's the full thing. It's gorgeous. They're heavy.
Congratulations, guys.
So yeah, the wolfenite, just so you know, just because that was like one of my stars of the show. It's one of my favorite stones. The small is $59 and the medium is $79 for wolfenite. But like I said, we only had 3 of the small and 1 of the large left. So if you would like that, that's there for you. Our little hair comb for $21 if you wanted that. That's the carnelian on one side and Super 7 on the other. And it's brass, so it's never going to tarnish on you. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's, if you do wear your hair up, like if you have long hair, or if you have someone that you're buying a gift for and they wear their hair up, it's just a really pretty accessory too. It almost becomes, like I said, like a little crown on your head. And then you can change it based on your mood. Today I'm more Super 7, whatever you are.
I think I was carnelian today.
I think you are carnelian today. I should have worn my hair up so I could do it, but anyway, congratulations. The black rutilated rings, we still have about 3 dozen of those left, and that was probably my favorite ring of the show. This is an everyday protection ring. Recommend wearing it on your left hand. And do you guys know the price on that one?
I was like just gonna make something up, and I was like, don't do that, Jared.
Nope, it was $69. Yeah. $69. Thanks, you guys. We really hope you enjoyed it tonight. But yeah, that ring should be $99. So that ring is like an incredible value, water clear black tourmalinated quartz. You just never see it. I can tell you. I have one little pendant of it. I think it was like over $100. So from a long time ago. So when we were able to do these rings, which are hand cut hexagons in sterling silver, completely adjustable.
They're beautiful.
Insane.
I love it.
Okay, and then our Krishna is left too. That's our big carving, so I don't know if we wanted to show that.
And
one
this
more time.
cuff is also.
And the Charoite cuff is still available. Okay. Yay!
There's always surprise bags, Stephanie.
$69 for the ring. Yeah, we try to keep the surprise bags going. Thank you, Sharon, for that, by the way. Hope you guys had fun tonight. I thought the energy tonight was really sweet. And it went by really fast. I swear to God. Like, it always does, but sometimes it feels like 3.5 hours. Like, tonight I'm just like, really?
I feel like we just started.
No, I feel like we just started. I don't know what it is, but it's your good energy that you bring, so thank you for that. That is Krishna, the main Hindu deity. The supreme leader of the Hindu pantheon, who incarnates many times. So Vishnu is an incarnation of Krishna. Krishna brings every blessing, so that's what the different feathers represent. And all the supreme blessings, so the supreme blessing of wealth and health and joy and all the things. So that is $13.99. But it's hand carved out of incredible quartz. So if you would like Krishna for your altar, that's an incredible piece. Okay, the last thing for you, as we always do, is a giveaway. And
Oh my gosh, I love this.
I know.
I love this.
It's so good. I do want to remind you that we have, which we almost never do, 25% off at sagegoddess.com today. With code CASH, right?
Yeah, cash.
Thank you. Oh, did it change to Madre? Is it 24% off? Okay, we changed it to our Mother's Day sale. There's something I just want to show you at sagegoddess.com today that, and by the way, roses are back in stock. The rose herb jar is back in stock, so I want to make sure you saw that. Our June Month of Magic set, which I designed with our team. Can I just have the candle thing really quick?
Okay.
I'm obsessed.
If it was something from today, I was ready. I was starting to grab it all. I'm like, what do you want to share?
Okay, let me just show this really quick before we go on to the next thing.
So pretty.
So this was really important to me. During my last ayahuasca ceremony, she told me I was a sunflower. And like went through this whole thing of like why that is my flower and how I should be working with it. So I took it very personally, and I was like, I've fallen in love with sunflowers again since that journey. And there was a whole part of my journey that was very visual around like how these are hexagonal in the middle and like kind of diving into a sunflower. So for June, we made you a sunflower wreath with the candle in the middle, and then you get the mist and the
aura treated. I would have to check what the stone is.
Is it
Beautiful
apatite?
Aura there.
I think it's apatite. It is beautiful. Hold on, let me check the listing real quick. Yeah, it's aura yellow apatite, which is for manifestation, and you get your mist. So those are there. But the bismuth rose, I just want to share with you. If you never buy anything else from Sage Goddess, get one of these before we don't have them anymore. We can't get these again. And they are the most beautiful roses made of bismuth, which helps to create structure and organization in your life. This is on my love altar and also on my ceremonial altar, because roses represent passion. Talked about rose medicine last night in my class. So the bismuth roses are right on sagegoddess.com if you go to the main page and scroll down. They're heavy, they're beautiful. I put one in my garden and I keep one on my love altar. So I really recommend it. People, whoever sees this in my garden, they're always like, what is that and where do I get one? And they're affordable. Your code is MADRE, M-A-D-R-E, is that right?
Yeah.
And they're $39. So it's just over $30 after your discount to get a bismuth rose. I know. So they're on sagegoddess.com. You have to go over there, but Wanted to show you.
I love this little thing.
I love my sunflower wreath.
For a giveaway.
Okay, time for giveaway.
Hand it over.
So we always begin with a giveaway. We always end with a giveaway. Our giveaway this evening, I'm a little obsessed with it. I was definitely...
Gosh, it looks like it has little slices of kiwi fruit in it. for giveaway.
It's so pretty. It's like all spring energy. This is a green dendritic opal generator from Madagascar. It's 8.5 inches. It's worth almost $500. Green opal is always about transforming your love, because it's always about your heart chakra. Dendrites are always about manifestation. So this is about changing your heart, changing your relationship, connecting to love, transforming your relationship to love. It's the only green opal dendrite generator I've ever seen. That. And it's completely translucent, to Jared's point on the sides. Like, you can see through and into it. And that, opal is mostly water. It's what characterizes it.
And then there's pockets where you can see that.
Oh my God, look at that. I mean, it's just like a little sugar castle in there. So if you feel called to it, just say yes or holy shit or give that to me right now and I will choose a winner. Isn't that a great giveaway? And because there's so much quartz in it, you could absolutely build a grid around this. I always talk about grids, but grids are important. They anchor energy, they raise energy, and they magnify energy. So can you imagine this as a centerpiece of a love grid for manifesting love? Come on, honey. Come on, baby, light my fire. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let me see where this is going. And thank you all for being here. While I let you keep commenting for a second, if you shop tonight, you're going to get an invoice tomorrow. You need to pay that invoice.
Yeah.
You have 24 hours to do that. You also have options for your pay method. You can use Affirm and Afterpay and PayPal credit for your invoice. That's going to come to you tomorrow. If you don't see it, look in your spam folder. It's there. And then we'll ship your items out to you. And we want to thank you for being here. And we will go back to our Tuesday schedule 2 weeks from this week. So we'll be back on every other Tuesday from...
We all want to be on that schedule, too. Don't worry.
Damn that new moon just has to come in and break up the party, everybody.
Every year, they're
That
like
moon.
a cadence.
When we see moons on Tuesdays, we're always like...
It's like, got it.
Okay.
I like a good Monday or Friday moon, specifically Friday.
I like a Friday moon. Yeah, because then you have the weekend to do your own ceremonies and stuff. Right. I like that too. All right, Patty Murphy. You must have it. Okay. I must give it to you.
Congratulations!
Yay! So, Patty Murphy, this is all yours, darling. It will be in the mail to you soon. Please send us a picture when you give it to its final home so we can see your beautiful piece in its in situ, in its proper place in your sacred space. And like I said, we hope you had fun tonight. Thank you for being here. Want to wish you guys a great rest of your weekend too. And then what's coming up next week? Apothecary, session 2. We're working with the goddess Flora and doing a flower journey together. So if you are not in my online programs but would like to be, sagegoddess.com/apothecary. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, so you can get notifications. And have a great evening.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. It's so much fun when you guys are here and chatting with us and hanging out.
And thank you.
And thank you.
Yeah. And thank you to Jared and Louise. And thank you to the product team and all your hard work. Thank you to our support team behind the scenes, keeping up with y'all, which is not easy. They do a great job.
Yep.
So enjoy. It's a village that brings this experience to you. But we do it with a lot of love.